It's hot milk or cold milk?
Cold milk.
Because it was saying it's hot milk, unless but probably
But it probably warms up. Yeah, exactly.
I thought about that too when I was like, "Fuck, dude."
It turns hot. If you put it in a boiling pot.
This guy just starts laughing. This can help us.
You're looking at the benefits.
Cardiovascular disease, like
Cardiovascular, really?
I'll never get a stroke again after this.
I guess. Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Someone For podcast. We're already laughing our asses off.
For real, dude.
Daniel's like, do we have a clap? Because I used to make guests clap, because I thought the audio would sync better.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 different mics, all these cameras, everything. And I'll be like, should I clap? And then it would sync better. But now I just know how to do it way easier without clapping.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
where did the clapping come from, though?
The clapping is, you know how in movies they have that snap thing where it's like I don't even know what it's called, but they click it and they say scene 1, take 2, or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. That clap is for all the microphones because the camera is separate from the microphone. Whatever microphone they're using, they might be using a boom mic, or the microphone might be like a lapel mic, and that mic. In order for them to, the editor to know this is what, or else they would have to match based on the person's mouth. And that's really hard to do, right? So instead they just have that one click, and on the file it shows like a peak. Like it peaks right there. So, that's the clap. And there's another peak on this other microphone. And then that's how you sync it.
That's crazy. That makes sense.
Yeah. So that was like the first.
So it's like an indicator.
Yeah. Indicator. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
that's the only reason you need it. That's the only reason they do that.
I thought they just do it to be sassy.
Because imagine you have hundreds of takes, hundreds of scenes and different takes, and you had to piece it all together. It's so hard to do that without keeping track of, okay, this scene is for this, and then it needs to go in this order. Yeah. I don't know how movie editors do that shit, but it is hard.
I wonder if that guy did it. The guy we met at Chapman that saved us from the...
Oh, yeah. We met the cinematographer. Yeah, that guy. That was...
Do you remember his first name?
VJ, I think.
VJ, yeah.
But what we should tell people what happened.
Oh, yeah. Me and Daniel last year were at Chapman University, just hanging out. He was showing me the campus. He practically lived there that summer, and he was showing me.
It's because really we only us know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah. And then we went to, or he took me to the science building, I believe, and we met this random guy, VJ, who's like a cinematographer. Right, and we were just looking on this field. So the science building overlooks, and there's a patio, and it overlooks the football field. And it was nighttime, right? And I think it was 10 or 11, and he was there, and we just talked to him and had a conversation. Right. And I think I don't know what made us go. Instead of taking the elevator down, we took a right out into the hallway and went down the stairs. But what we didn't know is that the stairs, to get out of that staircase, the door was locked. Oh. Right. So now we don't know, and then we tried to go back, that door was locked. So
but we never went all the way down to try it. So what happened was, I believe we were on the 3rd floor, which is the highest level to be. Yeah. And it's funny because that whole staircase thing, the shelling of it is made out of glass, so anybody from outside the building can see the inside of it, right? So as soon as him and I went inside, the door behind us closed on the 3rd level. he tried to open the door and he's like, "Oh shit, dude, this is locked." And I was like, "Oh, well, probably every level is gonna be locked." But it's stupid because it's not locked from the outside; it gets locked from the inside, and it's usually everywhere the other way around. You know?
So I know, because what if you're in there and then you got to get out? You're just stuck. Yeah. Right, and that's what happened to us. And so I wasn't really panicking, but the first thought I had was I got VJ's Instagram, right? I got his Instagram and I was like, let me call this guy.
Oh, so you met him prior to this happening?
Yeah, prior.
Like right before this.
Before, yeah.
And he was the only person in that entire building pretty much up until that point. We hadn't seen anyone.
He's an older cat or is he just like some
No,
regular?
he's older. He's not that old. He's like in late 20s, mid-20s, mid-20s, I would say.
Yeah, he
he's
was a
like-
college student, maybe alumni.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like a teacher or something like that. Or
No.
a professor. I mean.
There was a scientist, but he
That was a
gave
different
us
day
a
or
dirty
same
look.
day? Was it the same day?
Same remember
day?
that scientist?
Or different
Yeah,
day?
that scientist, and we went on the second floor.
Yeah,
and that scientist was there. I don't know who's working at 10 p.m. at night. But
There was some guy in a white lab coat and he was like walking around and he saw us and we saw him and we tried to like nod to him or some shit, but he just gave us a dirty look and he walked away. And
Really?
So we're like, okay, we go to the third floor now.
Exactly.
And then we met BJ.
Yeah, we met him, but before I called, or at the moment I was calling him, you saw this girl that was on the first floor.
Then
right?
we went on the staircase thingy on the third level, bro. You could look down.
Yeah.
So we saw like a
everything's
group
glass.
of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw like a group of people there. There was like two girls and a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the first thing Sham, and the temperature inside the casing was hot, bro. There was like hot
Yeah.
air. Do you remember?
I remember
It was
that
hot
shit.
as fuck.
Yeah.
It was summer.
Yeah.
And then so we like, oh fuck, you know. And the first thing that came to Sham's mind, he's like, all right, I'm gonna contact BJ real quick. I'm gonna DM him.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay. And then I was trying to communicate with that girl from up there, but we couldn't hear each other because it was glass.
Right.
And then she understood that we were stuck, so she opened the first level to come in to save us. And then by that time, VJ had already saved us.
Yeah, I called him and he knew exactly where we were. Like in the staircase, I kind of told him just some direction and he found us. And we were at the third floor. I believe she was at the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so we get out, right? And like as we were walking, or as we're going down the elevator, I'm thinking, if this girl got in the staircase and she closed the door, she's
stuck
probably
too.
stuck
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And Daniel told me, he's like, no, that can't happen. I don't think, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, she's definitely stuck in there, right? And so we get down to the first floor and we start walking like towards where the staircase is, and
She's stuck.
she's stuck.
Really?
Yeah, she's stuck.
Yeah,
and this guy, her brother was outside the building, and to get inside the building, it was locked too. When we came in, it wasn't locked, but at that moment, I don't know what happened. I guess they have a certain timing with security.
That's really
and
crazy. Because imagine if like, you know, you didn't have that floor, like even like the girl, like even if she did try, like no one.
Yeah. You would have
And the scientist is just jerking off by himself. You know, he's not gonna help you out. He's trying to make an experience on his own.
I know, dude. And so we see her and we see her brother, and he's like yelling and trying to open the door. So we open it for him, and then we open her door, and then we all get out. Yeah.
Dang,
so
that's
it
cool.
was it was kind of wild.
That's pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun times.
That's a story though. Yeah. That's awesome.
But we talked to her after. It's like, were you scared? I'm like, and she said no. She was like 15 years old too.
Really?
And I'm like,
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
dude,
like,
if we didn't come, you would have been stuck here all night.
Right.
So I don't know what you were thinking.
I don't even know what they were doing there, bro. And turns out they all went to Villa Park.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I was like,
High
damn.
school.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, no, one of them was a Chapman student. That's why they were there, right?
Yeah.
Or-
One of the girls, I don't think if they might have been cousins or something, and she was from New Jersey, and
Oh,
then
dude, you have a good memory. Holy shit, how do you remember?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I pay attention. I listen to people.
Yeah.
And she told us she's here for like this was her freshman year, and she's like taking in the
Really?
campus, whatever. Yeah,
That's pretty solid.
yeah. That was fun times. That whole summer, we were just at Chapman University, just fucking around.
Really?
Yeah, dude, yeah. Sham would come often, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to just hang out and not do like any specific activity except just hang.
Yeah, we just walk around, explore different buildings. We're like, okay, we haven't seen this building.
Yeah.
Let's go figure everything out about it, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Should we drink this tea? I'm trying to.
I'm down.
My mom made this Indian tea. Have you guys ever had like any type of?
I've never
I've had tea, but not Indian
This-
tea. No.
You'll probably enjoy this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's try it. This is what I like grew up on, man.
Really?
Like I don't drink it every day, but I probably drank it like 1,000 times.
What's like the benefits? Is there any benefits to it or not?
There are probably benefits, but I don't know them.
No?
I don't know. Yeah, just drink it, bro. I mean, it's not bad for you. It's probably better than most things.
Yeah.
How's it different than the regular tea? Is it like
type
more herbal or?
I don't think more herbal. It's the type of tea they use. I don't know what it is, but
the
it's
flowers for
like
it
a plant or something.
Yeah. Like, you know how I don't know what's in a tea bag usually, but it's different. It's the Indian version of that. Like whatever they put in a tea bag. I don't know.
Whatever they put in a tea bag is dried tea leaves.
Yeah, dried tea leaves.
It might be either the leaves or the flowers themselves. I think.
Yeah. But it's a different version, but I don't know what that version is.
So like a different strain of a plant or something?
I think so.
Okay.
It's gonna be solid.
Because like the
it looks like coffee.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like coffee.
What the heck?
I thought it was gonna be clear like water.
I thought it was gonna be like dark red or something.
You'll enjoy.
Why is it like this? This is cool, bro. Did they have to
It's
mix
with milk. So
that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And this is like the OG way of making it.
This is the OG way. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's the correct. Or like if anybody wants to Google it, it's like masala chai. So it's spicy a little bit.
Oh, chai.
Like it's chai, sort of, but like we call it tea.
Wow, dude, this smells interesting. Is it M-A-S-A-L-A?
Yeah, M-A-S-A-L-A. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. We cheers with water. We
Last
cheers
time
with
it was
tea.
beer. This time is. Oh yeah, we cheers with water too.
All right. Cheers, boys.
Still kind of hot, huh?
Yeah, it's really hot. It's probably too hot.
Oh shoot, that's pretty good.
This is really good, bro. This tastes so familiar to me.
Really?
Yes. I don't know how or from where, but it's really good.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I love this. I love it more than any coffee or any other tea. This is
solid. Yeah.
Yeah. My mom.
Oh, ginger.
Ginger.
There's ginger
there's
in this,
ginger.
right? Yeah.
There's even I forget what it's called, but yeah, there's ginger. There's all sorts of like different leaves too. And my mom like puts all that in a pot, boils it, adds milk, and then
it's hot milk or cold milk?
Cold milk.
Because it was saying it's hot milk, unless but probably
but it probably warms up. Yeah, exactly.
I thought about that too when I was like, "Fuck."
It turns hot. If you put it in a boiling pot.
This guy just starts laughing. Dude, this can help us.
You're looking at the benefits.
Cardiovascular disease, like
cardiovascular, really?
I'll never get a stroke again after this.
I guess.
Nice. This is good.
It is. It's hot though.
Once it cools down, like you'll really taste the flavor of all the stuff that goes in it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love pretty solid actually.
So now I understand what you mean when you say it's not like tea bag, because tea's everywhere. Like you brew the tea pretty much with like hot water and stuff.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is like a whole thing. It's multiple things mixed.
Multiple
like
things.
Almost like a stew in a way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like my mom had to strain it with stuff because
really? Because there's so much stuff like
like
that's
different
crazy.
leaves and all sorts of stuff. I tried making it. Like I think I learned it one time with my mom and my dad. Like how to make it, but I forgot that shit already. I should, because this is something that I want to learn so that I could make it whenever I want. Once I'm out.
Bro, I relate to you on that. I'm like, there's so many things like that I don't know how to make that my parents know how to make, and I'm like, I need to know these.
That
like,
I want to learn.
I need that knowledge passed down to me.
Like
even like Indian cooking. Like you guys came to my house and had some.
What was that meat again?
Because we have different.
It was like a sausage.
I think we had chicken, right? I'm pretty sure.
Do you have chicken?
We had
lamb too.
That's what it was.
Yeah, we had
that
lamb.
was good.
Yeah,
That was
we had
different.
barbecue
multiple
lamb.
things. Yeah,
There was like a different type of spice to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it was different. It was good.
Yeah, that was good. I haven't had that since the last time we ate it. Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to remember what did we have? We had that green thing. What was the green
That was
thing?
lamb. Yeah, so it's basically
Lamb rice.
lamb kebab, right? And that's also with a bunch of spices. That's what makes, like, I think cilantro is what makes it green.
Oh,
and
was it? There was a green sauce, bro.
That's the one you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that was
good. That was good.
And then Yeah, that's barbecue. So we get the kebabs and we put it on a grill with charcoal. Has to be charcoal. It can't be gas because the charcoal
makes it like rich.
Like gives it the flavor. Like I've had it on a gas grill and it's not the same.
No, yeah.
There's something about charcoal,
bro,
something about wood.
Yeah.
Like you gotta put it on that and it'll give it that flavor.
Yeah, Persian kebab is the same, bro. They make it on charcoal.
Charcoal, yeah.
All cancer and everything. It's
Yeah,
really, it's really good. Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
It's definitely worth it.
I wonder how how it would be if you because you couldn't smoke that, huh? Like you would like on a smoker, unless you just do it for like a little bit.
I mean, if you do, it would have to be for a longer time though, because smoke is less hot than if you're just doing it on a flame, right?
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
That's why
it takes so long to cook those meats. Because
if you've been to a Texas barbecue, like any type of pit house, they say like they smoked their meat for 12 hours or 8 hours. Like it's the whole night they smoke it, and then they come back the next day, and then the meat's like super tender, just falls off the bone. Yeah,
Well, that's crazy. They smoke the meat and then the meat is baked.
Yeah.
See what
Yeah, that's another level though. Like that takes a mastery to do it too, because you had to know. I think you had to flip it in between too, like in between the like 4 hours or 6 hours, whatever, and then you got to know. Okay, it rises to this temperature. You got to take it out, and then you got to let it cool and this and that. It's fucking crazy. But respect to those guys, man.
Yeah, when I went to go visit my Nino in Austin, dude, he took me to this like Texas, like it was like the most like it was just like some meat house. I forget what it's called.
Bring this up.
But imagine like what you were telling me earlier, where like the audio didn't go in the one time. Yeah.
But for you could like move this shit though.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
And dude, that meat, man. Oh my goodness, I forgot what I got, but it was just like I literally like I thought I was gonna have to like chew it and like really, and I was just like, and like the whole entire bone just came out. I was like, what? How? Like that is just so freaking crazy.
Really?
It was most like just the most beautiful thing ever. Just like freaking eating meat, bro. That slides off the bone.
Yeah,
it was different.
I've been to Texas barbecue, I think, once or twice, and while I was there in Texas, and man, it's something different. Like you got to experience it once in your life. It's something special. Yeah, but I want to go back too. Texas is
Texas.
Yeah.
What part?
I went to Dallas. I want to go to Austin.
Austin's real cool.
Yeah, you've been.
Yeah.
Have you been to Texas yet?
No.
The best thing that I think the
Some
best
places, but not that many different states. No. Like here, obviously California, like NorCal stuff, and then Nevada, Portland, but that's about it.
Oregon?
Yeah, Oregon. Yeah.
Oh, is that pretty?
You gotta talk into this shit, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, nobody's hearing it.
Oh shit! Okay.
I hear you, but
it's green.
Yeah,
it's green.
It rains a lot.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Really. Okay.
There's more mountains over there too, huh? There's like very, very, very.
I don't even remember. No, I was like in 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like, there should be some mountains somewhere, but I just remember it like when it didn't rain, but everybody was talking about how like it's crazy, it's not raining. Like everybody was baffled that it wasn't raining.
All the northwestern part, it rains like crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And people are like, it's seeming like that's the weather right now for California. It's raining like crazy.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it too.
Everything's green.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the smell, bro. That first smell of rain.
Nature,
yeah. Rain, and then also like
freeway drivers. That's
It makes you also appreciate the sun when it comes out. That's what I've learned. Like when it's sunny, I want to go outside more than if it's just sunny all the time. Because there have been times here where it hadn't rained for like 8 months, something like that. Like a few years ago, it just didn't rain for months at a time. Yeah, and it would just be like sunny every day. And you don't really appreciate the sun as much.
You take it like for granted.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's sunny, whatever.
Oh, trust me, dude. We're gonna fucking feel it this summer. I guarantee it. It's gonna be. I feel like it's just gonna get hotter and hotter and hotter just because of like global
Today was
warming.
cold in the morning though, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Today was cold as fuck. I woke up, was like,
because there's snow on the mountains. You can see it from here, actually.
From like this window?
Yeah, this window.
All right, bro. I'm gonna need seconds.
Yeah, me too. Me too, bro.
Shit.
I finished this. This was really good.
Really?
Yeah, it was good.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
Hopefully your mom watches it.
Yeah, because we were thinking about getting like some scotch or for those listening, we're recording this at like what 10 a.m., 9 a.m.
Yeah, 10 something.
Yeah,
10 a.m.
Almost 11.
And I was thinking, should we get something to drink? We're having friends over, and it's 9 or 10 a.m. and I'm like, I don't want to drink alcohol right now. Like I'm not usually a day drinker personally. I don't know if you guys are. Probably not. This guy definitely not.
I don't even drink, but
yeah. But I was like, it would be much better if we had some tea and
yeah, this is solid. Your mom was smart with this.
Yeah.
This was mine.
Yeah. Or I think so. Doesn't really matter.
This is yours, mine.
I think that was yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked it from each side, so I think you gave it here, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine you run back the video and it's not.
You were running back the video.
And now you have HIV.
Yeah, I know. AIDS and shit.
Yeah. YouTube's gonna like flag your thing for misinformation.
I know. They usually don't do that to like for science or only the main thing they do that for is COVID. That's what they really do it for. Like they used to do it a lot, I think, misinformation and shit, but now they kind of lean back. It was like that. Like they would put anytime I would have a title that has anything to do with COVID, they would have like a link that says here, read whatever the CDC's guidelines.
I never read that shit, bro.
I never read that shit.
I've seen that all over Instagram, all over everywhere. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, for real. I'll cough on a bitch's face, dude. Get out of me. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, nowadays, like it's over though. Like it's pretty much.
I mean, you think there's gonna be like a second wave or anything like that? That's gonna come?
I don't think so.
You think it's just gonna
Probably like a different disease, bro.
Maybe. Yeah, that's for sure. But I think the way we handled it was poor.
Yeah. I was gonna say awful. Yeah.
Yeah, like awful. Because, and I get why, but looking back, you could just understand like, fuck, if we did it better, it could have been kind of an easier experience than just getting locked inside your house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, definitely agree.
And instead it was more just being alone, like locked down. Like it seems like 5 years ago, but it's what, 3 years? It seems like
5 years ago to you?
It seems like it was
longer.
just like
it seems longer to me, but it was 3 years ago.
It's 3 years ago, yeah.
And
that's crazy. 3 years ago.
Yeah. At that time I was like, when it was 2020 and we were all locked down, I was thinking in 3 years, if this is not over, humanity has lost all hope. Like I was thinking, if this has to end, like in 3 years, I hope we go back to everything.
Yeah.
And luckily it has.
Yeah.
You know.
When things started opening up, it's like, all right, cool, a little bit of relief.
Yeah.
Start flying now. I mean, not that you couldn't before, but it would just be really, really hard.
Yeah. Now it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's open. Like that. This is what you need is people.
Yeah.
Like you need to have human interaction. Like the second you lose that, you start feeling worse about yourself, and you need some human connection. Like
that's true.
That's part of this life. And if you don't have that, and it's not the same with Zoom, and it's not the same like just sure you get to call people and whatnot, but when we hang out, like that's a different experience altogether.
Of course, it's not the same at all.
It's not the same.
Like during pandemic, me and my friends would like get on a Zoom call and put a movie and watch it together on the Zoom.
Yeah.
It's garbage, bro.
Garbage.
Because like when you go to the movies with your friends, even though no one's talking, but you feel their presence and you're all seeing it together and experiencing it.
Yeah.
Like when you're watching that shit, what are you gonna do? Pause to talk? Because if you talk over the movie, then you don't know what the fuck's happening.
Half the fun is like whispering to your friend like some funny shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like one of them start grabbing your legs or some shit, like touching you like inappropriately.
Have you done that to someone?
Yeah. That's why.
That's why.
That's funny.
Damn. Yeah, I haven't been to the movies in a while though. Like
I want to see John Wick.
John Wick, that fourth one.
It's out?
It's out.
It's out right now.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Dude, so I didn't see the first and the second one. The third one came out to the movies was like right around when high school ended.
Yeah, 2019.
I think so. Yeah, and then I went with Enoch. We watched the third one together.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Dude, you haven't watched the first and the second one?" I was like, "No," and I was like, "Fuck it," you know. And then we watched the third one together. then I went home, and then I watched the first and the second one.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch the first one and second one. I watched the second one, then the first one. So I went backwards completely. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it has too many connections where you need to know the first.
Not
movie.
really,
Like,
not really, but because I did it all in a span of like 48 hours, I kind of put the pieces together.
Yeah.
Like it's just this guy that like, should we spoil it or no?
Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
It's been out.
Yeah.
It's been out.
True. I don't know. I hate it when people spoil shit for me. That's
Really?
why. Yeah. I don't even watch trailers.
Oh no.
Never.
Yeah, dude, I stopped watching trailers because of that. Because they give too much away.
Really?
Every trailer I watch, they're like, "This is the whole movie. This is the whole goddamn movie."
It's like
right
a crash course of the movie, bro.
Yeah.
Of course. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different because like I don't really watch. No, you're right. I don't really watch like movie like trailers, but like anime trailers, like when they show like the new animes that come in, I'll watch that. But like for movies, yeah, you're right. I don't even watch that.
Like, dude, I haven't watched trailers since I was like in 8th grade or something.
Really?
Like that's my
Damn.
thing. Yeah.
That's a smart move.
I hate it when shit gets spoiled for me.
Really?
Games, movies, anything. Yeah, I don't know
that's
why.
a smart move.
Songs, just kidding. Songs. Someone is like whispering and I'm like, shut the fuck up. No, I'm joking.
Stupid.
They play like 5 seconds. This is too much. This is too much.
You start getting a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was we talking about? Oh, John Wick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like basically this guy that like lost everything pretty much. And he hasn't anything else to lose, you know?
Well, he has
nothing
nothing to
else.
lose now. Like at this point,
they kill his wife, his dog, his car is fucked up. Like what else do you got? And he didn't fucking die either. Like
no, he's like a cat, but like plus more.
Yeah, because like the third one, in the end, I was like, holy shit, he's dead. But then he got up. I'm like, what the fuck? And there's gonna be a next one, I guess, you know?
Yeah, fourth. They're probably gonna go like the Fast and Furious, bro. Like, Fast and Furious is at 10.
Already?
10.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I stopped watching after like 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah, same.
I stopped watching after 2.
For real?
Yeah.
You watched the first two and you're like, fuck this.
No, because I just
You're like,
didn't
fuck
pay
Vin
attention.
Diesel.
Yeah, no, I just didn't pay attention to it like that.
But bro, I started with the 5th one. The first one I've watched was the 5th one. And then I've been...
This guy goes backwards.
I always fuck up the order.
Because the first one was like 2001 or 2, like or something like that. So we were kids, babies.
But that's why I'm like so anal about like watching shit in order and not getting it spoiled, because I always fucked it up and I would watch it like in the wrong order.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to get it right, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I think I watched a few movies like that out of order, like Fast and Furious, Mission Impossible, stuff like that has multiple movies. I'm like, might as well just watch whatever.
Bond.
Yeah,
There's
James
so many
Bond.
fucking
That's his
James
favorite.
Bond.
That's your like one of your favorites, right? James Bond.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Is one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Casino Royale.
Yeah. I see.
Casino Royale. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's the one that the guy like shoots like nail into someone's eye. Is it that one?
Nail it. It's where.
Is he on the train on that one?
It's the one like that the Aston Martin like flips over multiple times.
It's here. The scene I remember is like there's a guy and they're at this casino table, right? And the guy like puts some poison in his drink, right? And then he has to go to his car and he almost dies, and then the girl saves him. Do you remember that? Like
No.
No, I've never watched any of them, so I don't know. No.
I just remember like a few specific scenes. I don't even know what happened in the entire movie.
Maybe the rolled one is the rolling of the Aston Martin is the one after that.
I think it was that one. I'm not sure. I can Google it for you.
Casino Royale, because Casino Royale is the one with where Daniel Craig first stars as James Bond. The first movie he does as James Bond is that one.
Dude, Sham, dude, I gotta give props to your mom, man. This shit's good.
Oh, it's 2006.
Thank you, man.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, 2006.
Dang, I don't know.
Shout out my mom for making this for all of us.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Ronvelia. This is amazing.
She listens to like every podcast.
Really?
Bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. So she see me so like weird and stuff like that. Damn, dude.
I don't even think about it. Like,
Okay.
while I'm on here, like, Mom, if you're listening to this, this is just who we are. You know?
Yeah.
This is-
We're young. Trust me, we'll grow up. At least we'll grow up. Some people just never grow up.
I know.
Always stay the same.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I can't. This is just what I want to talk about. Like, there's just some things that I won't say to my mom. Like, it's personal stuff. But on here, I'll say anything, like with friends, because. But I can't be worried about their opinion, or else I won't be myself. And and everybody can tell.
Yeah.
Like I know there have been times where I had restricted myself from saying certain stuff, and then it would feel that way on like while you're listening to it, like this guy's not being himself completely.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I gotta just let that go, not care about anybody's opinions or you just gotta be yourself all the time.
That's true. I remember like I showed my parents for like the first time. They're like, "Oh wow, this is pretty good."
Yeah.
Like, dude, you need to stop cutting off Sham. You need to talk too. I'm like, I don't think so. Am I? And like I rewatch it, and like you be talking, and then like I kind of be like, you be talking, and I go over like
that was on Zoom too.
Yeah.
So that
you know. So it's kind of like I'm like I didn't think I was being like that, but like over time I've like tried to like let you finish, and then like all right, let me put my stuff in it.
Yeah. On Zoom it's different. On Zoom it's not the same as because while you're talking in person, there's just a sense you get with somebody. Like while you're talking, you could feel another person out and see, okay, now I want to say this thing or switch to this topic. On Zoom, there's no connection there. Like you're just looking at a screen. Yeah.
The only connection is the internet connection.
Yeah, exactly. The Wi-Fi connection. Yeah. And sometimes that connection. So it gets fucked up.
And then I hadn't speak to you for like ever too. Oh, like, you know, so it's kind of like I was.
That first.
That was the first episode you guys had was online?
On Zoom.
And it was COVID. Yeah.
I think we talked on the phone a few times before that.
Yeah.
But every time we talk on the phone or talk in general, we talk for like hours.
Yeah.
Hours. There's nobody else that I talk to, probably besides you guys, but us especially, like on the phone, I'd be just talking to him and I'd look at the time and it's like an hour 45 past. Like,
it's because it's just so natural. I don't know why. Yeah. Like literally between me, you, him, and like, I'm gonna say that's it. Like I could talk to you guys forever, and there's like never like fuck.
That's how you know it's the relationship is good. Yeah, you know, like when you could just be yourself completely.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say me, you, and 20 other guys.
Because I was just trying to think before, like I was like
counting.
Fuck, I was like, fuck, which one?
Like
I have my reader up. 20 guys. And all the other 20 are gay.
Yeah, but there's having a deep conversation with your friends is like the best fucking thing. Like, we went out on Thursday night. Yeah. This past Thursday, and I told you guys I don't even want to like do anything. Like all I want to do is just hang out. Yeah. That to me is the funnest, the most fun. Yeah. Right. And we did that after, like, me and Daniel just sat in the car and listened to some Farsi music. And that was the best fucking time.
Really?
Just doing that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. And he explained to me like all the history of everything.
I was like going like,
we were drunk too, so
You had to sober up a little bit too, because you had to drive home.
Yeah, we used that time to sober up, like talk about music,
that's
history, like all kinds of.
I playlisted that song, Savage Rose. Dude, that song is amazing.
Is that a Farsi song?
Yeah, Farsi. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because Savage Rose,
like the flower rose.
Yeah. But a lot of what I took from that experience of listening to that is a lot of those artists talk about the political. They use that platform to talk about what their country has been dealing with, right? Like over here, they rappers and stuff don't usually talk that. Sure, they might bring it up, like fuck Donald Trump, whatever, all that shit. Yeah. But usually they
don't go in depth.
They don't go in depth of the political structure and the corruption. While in Farsi music, that's a very outward going topic. Like that's a priority for them to use this platform to help spread awareness to people. And it's beautiful. Like and it's actually a good song too. Right. Like it's a great song.
That one is not political at all.
Yeah, I know.
That one's like a love song.
I know. Yeah, that one's not. That.
I gotta wait. What's it called?
That one's called Savage Rose.
I don't know. I forget the guy who was by.
His name was Kurosh. I don't even know how to spell his name though.
Yeah, with a K.
With a K. Yeah.
But the other songs we were listening to were very. Yeah. You were explaining. I mean, I don't understand Farsi at all, but he was explaining it to me.
Yeah, and, I put like Fadai for you, and then who else? I put like a bunch of people. I don't know if I put each cast for you.
Like what they said on there. Like you could explain it to people.
Bro, I was too drunk. I don't even remember what I told you. I don't even remember what I taught you. Like,
I don't even know. Let me think. You were explaining the separation that happened of radical ideologies from the 70s and like when the
beyond after the
dictatorship,
70s?
like beyond after the 70s, and then how was it the king that was before that? Or?
So prior to 1979, like there was a king. It was like a kingdom, like similar to, but not similar, because in England, like they had a queen, but like they actually had a government, like, and the queen didn't have any say for anything really. But over there, the king did make almost all of the decisions, but he was like educated, like he made good decisions, right?
Yeah.
But then 1979, there was like a revolution, and people were like, "Oh, we want a government," and then they had a government thinking that they're gonna like advance more, like in like a.
And we also brought up the possibility of U.S. intervention that led to that, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
maybe yeah. Yeah, that's like that 100% that happened.
100%? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
But so so they thought that like they're gonna advance more like in like a societal way or just any form. There's gonna be more freedoms, even though there was like all kinds of freedoms. But then once that happened, they overthrew him, and then some other like government came, like the current government came.
Which is more restricted, right?
Oh yeah, they realized it's full-on dictatorship restriction. There's no freedom.
Really?
Whatever freedom they had, they lost.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
and more.
That's crazy.
That's sad. Yeah.
Yeah, because what they expected was more freedom, right? They were proposed this better life.
Yeah.
And they were saying that, this current government, this is what's corrupt.
Yeah.
But we have this better thing for you, and they didn't understand. I mean, it's propaganda basically. Like you don't know when you're living in there, when you're living in the country. So that happened, and it's crazy to think how it's still like that today, right? Like they haven't gone back, and yes, they're fighting. Of course, they're. You read about the women's rights movement that's happening right now, which is amazing to see.
Yeah.
But what really, like, the thought that provokes me the most is how important it is to stand up for your beliefs. Like in this country, you might hate all the protests that are happening, or everything that people say on Twitter, all this shit, but at least people are saying it.
Yeah.
You know?
Other places you can't even say it.
Yeah, other places you can't even say it. Like, if you do not bring your voice up as a citizen of your country, then anybody is just going to come through and have their way.
Right.
And that's where you get dictatorships from. That's where you get a government where you have no freedom, that the state runs everything. And it's shown over and over again that philosophy does not lead to the most happiness for people and the most, success and abundance. Like it has to be guarded. And in this country, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but we have always guarded that idea of freedom to do what the people want, not what the government wants, what the people want. And that's the biggest thing. Like to be able to have freedom to say what you want. Like, shout out to the founding fathers who thought of that shit. I don't know who it was, but actually it wasn't even the amendments weren't found, or this I learned in I think government class in high school. The amendments weren't made by the founding fathers. It was made by the Anti-Federalists. So at that time there were the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists, and the U.S. had gained its independence from Britain, but they were, you guys remember the Articles of Confederation? You guys remember? No,
Fuck, you don't? No, I'm not a government. I'm not a history geek.
Yeah.
No idea.
You no idea? Okay. So what happened was the U.S. gained its independence, 1776, and so at that time, everybody in all the colonies were like, we don't want to be like the British, right? Like, this is a monarchy. They're too powerful. We want to do everything the opposite that they did, right? And so they had instituted the Articles of Confederation, which is a limited government. Like, they couldn't do anything. Like, they couldn't tax people. They didn't have a strong military, like nothing. Like, it was just fucking just there. Like, they just basically said, okay, this is the United States of America, and that's it. Like, there's no government, basically. And so people were just doing, like, there was no order. There was rebellions that were happening, and a famous one is Shay's Rebellion, which the there was this like farmer that I don't even know. I don't remember exactly. So I'm not even gonna try to say it. I learned this shit a long ass time ago, and in like I think 11th grade AP US history. That's the only reason I know this shit. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Mr. Larkin, who was also a water polo
teacher,
like, coach. Really? Yeah, so shout out to him. But so that happened.
So what happened?
Rebellion. The rebellion happened, and I'm trying to piece this together. Hold on.
All right.
The rebellion happened, and people realized like this government, this that we have, this limited form of government, is not enough to hold the country together. Mm-hmm. And then you probably know the Constitution, right? Like you've heard of that.
Yeah.
The Constitution, of course. That's the current document that we use today to this day. And so at that point, that's where people were divided, right? There was the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists, and the Federalists were agreeing that the Constitution should be approved, and the Anti-Federalists were saying, this is like the British, bro. Like, this is fucking strict ass rule. Like, that everything in there was kind of saying that the government should have more power. And they're like, didn't you just, we fought a fucking war, you fucking idiots. Like, we shouldn't have, we don't want this new, stronger government. Yeah. And so the Anti-Federalists, there was this paper published, I think, called Brutus 1. You guys should read this paper. I read it in the U.S. government class, and this guy, his name's Publius or something, and it just means, I think
Stop.
No, it's Publius or something like that. Yeah, it is that's the fucking name, bro. And it's like an anonymous name. It's an anonymous name.
It's anonymous too.
Yeah. Like, that's not his actual name. Yeah. But if that was, he probably got bullied in school. Yeah. So. But he wrote this paper, and it forecasted what would happen if we passed the Constitution, if we approved the Constitution. And if you read it, you'll see that he prophesizes right. Like, a lot of shit that he wrote down, it happened. Mm-hmm. It happened. And so the Anti-Federalists got together, and I don't know exactly who it was, but they wrote down what today we call the Bill of Rights, which are the first 10 amendments.
Yeah. Also, the Anti-Federalists wrote it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not the Federalists.
Not the Federalists.
Interesting.
That's why we have it today, is because they saw that the Constitution would be too powerful. Like, we wouldn't even have amendments if it weren't for opposing people, opposing views. And that's what makes this country so great, is that not one side of the perspective wins, right? Like, the only way people grow is if you see the other side and say, okay, we can make a compromise here. You have this other perspective, and let's try to compromise. And that's how the Bill of Rights came to be, the first 10 amendments. But
the first 10 are very simple too. And it
very
makes
simple.
sense.
Yeah.
Right? It makes so much sense. Very basic, yet it like solves most of your problems, like conflicts, you know?
Yeah. First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of press, all that stuff. Second Amendment, right to bear arms, all that. Yeah. Somehow
what was the third one?
I don't know. All I know is like the first, second, fifth is fifth or sixth is
it's silence or something.
Silence if you're in court or whatever. Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Somehow I remember this. Like,
fourth is when they want to search you, I think. Is it?
I think so.
What's
that's also something
that's like something a treaty, or like the way they go in your house or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the fourth.
That's because the British at one point, when they were in the colonies, they could go into anybody's house and just say, "This is our house."
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so that people remember that shit. Like, we're not gonna go back to British rule. So I told the class, like, straight up, like, we were reading that thing. I told my friends, like, around me, it's like, I would be an Anti-Federalist. I would be an Anti-Federalist, because reading that Brutus 1 document, like, changed everything to me, because it predicted what would happen. Like, it predicted the chaos that would ensue if we had just two political parties and two sides and all that stuff. I haven't read it in a long time, but it's worth reading for sure because it's a powerful document, and it goes on to create the first 10 amendments.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. I love this country.
Yeah.
Love this country.
Definitely. That's solid.
Do you have more tea, bro?
I don't know. Check. I think so.
Do you want more tea, bro?
No, hit it.
No, there's
very little. Huh? No. I got water.
Come here, bro.
No.
Just take it.
You take it.
You got the last step.
This time he's got to.
No, take it, bro.
No, not gonna. No.
There could be a little for both of us.
No, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna pour some for you, and then
just
like a shot.
Just all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, when it's a little bit colder, you could taste the intricate flavors that.
Still hot.
Sham, come here. Communism.
Communism. Everybody share.
After everything I said.
Yeah, after everything you just did.
That was the whole point, bro.
I know. It's funny.
Communism. Remember when did Hassan ever like talk about stuff like that when you had him on or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I had a communist on this podcast.
For real?
Yeah.
He's like full on communist.
But he's very understanding.
Yeah.
His name's Hassan. He's been on a few times actually. I think 2 or 3 times.
I believe.
And I had a conversation with him, and both of us going into it, I think that's the perspective you had to have is there's no right or wrong. If I said that capitalism is the only way, that's the best way, right? He would be like, well, no, I believe communism. Like you can't convince, like if somebody else believes something, let them believe it, right? And both of us came to a conclusion of that's
like
how
middle ground where you met each other. Is that what you're saying? Like initially when you guys were discussing it, you guys had very opposing ideas, but the more you spoke, like you decided there's some similarities.
Before we even spoke, we came to that conclusion that we don't need to persuade the other person,
I see what you mean.
right?
I see what you mean.
Like there's no need to persuade you of the other side. Let us just understand each other's perspectives.
Got it. But you guys had like complete opposing views, like 100%. There's got to be some similarities somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, there were similarities in the fact that we didn't really go in depth of like pure communist beliefs. Like he didn't say like North Korea is the best fucking country or anything, you know. But he did agree like on the economy, like how the U.S. That freedom matters, right? Like that's what one of the major points we agreed upon that we should speak up for ourselves and have the freedom to speak as a public, as a citizen of a country. But it wasn't really an argument. Like it wasn't capitalism versus communism and we were going at it debating for hours. It was I asked him like, why do you believe that? Right. And he talked about it. I mean, I can't even recall like half the conversation I have, I don't recall everything, but it was a very interesting, like, I think we talked for like 2 hours, 30 minutes. And it was a very interesting conversation with him. Cause I always like talking to people with different perspectives, not so that we can say who's right or wrong, but to just understand where you're coming from. Right. Like everyone has ideas. Everyone has a set of beliefs, values, what they believe in, what they don't believe in. Right. And I want to know why. Why do you believe that? Not that it's wrong to believe it, but why do you believe it? And that's the best part. Yeah. Is understanding everybody's perspectives. And because there's nothing wrong with being a communist. Like, I don't care if you're a communist, whatever religion, whatever ethnicity, whatever you believe in, I could care less. Yeah, I agree. What you do, but like all I want to understand is why. Why? Why do you believe what you believe? Yeah, and that's dope. Yeah, that's the best way to have a conversation with people. For sure. Because the second you start to make it personal and start to say that you're wrong and I'm right, they put up a wall. Yeah. Right?
Oh, yeah, you see it so much times though, because like think about like how like political people get, and it's like, oh, like they're even family members intense. Like start fucking like distancing because like, oh, you believe in that? Oh, fuck you then. I'm gonna go my way. And it's like, dude, you're fucking friends or family. Like, why you because you know opposing ideas. Have your bias and stuff like that, but still like be loving towards each other and shit like that. Damn.
I know, and it does, and you could agree to disagree.
Right. Exactly.
That's okay. Like me and him are still friends. Like we don't believe in, and that even all of us, we probably don't believe in the same things the same way, right?
Right.
But we're still friends.
Yeah.
Because I have gotten to the point where if another person believes something, that's okay. And I could have my own belief. I don't need to impress other people's, impress my own opinion on them, right? It's okay to just let it be.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Oh, this tea is good, man.
It is. I literally like hit the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
All right. What are we going to talk about?
Dang, I've never ever heard you say that ever.
I don't know if you have anything to talk about. I was just ranting for I don't even know how long.
It was good. That's why like I was like processing all that for a second.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important to have those different perspectives, man.
Yeah.
Without it, it would be such a disheartening thing to see everybody that has the same perspective. Like imagine everyone in the world.
Everything would be so boring.
Yeah.
So boring.
Yeah.
Like I was in the gym like or in the steam room maybe like last year. I had a conversation with this guy.
Was he naked? I'm just kidding.
Half naked. Yeah, just a t-shirt.
Yeah.
No.
He was just wearing a t-shirt.
No, he's wearing like just some swim trunks or whatever. But there were like multiple people in the steam room, and this guy came in and he started talking to me about like Christianity, right? I'm not part of any religion, but those people are out there. They're trying to convert people. Whatever. Teach their own.
Yeah.
But he wasn't really. The way he did it was kind of sneaky too. Like he started talking to me about like Tesla, like something relatable.
Bro.
Right? Have you got that experience?
Bro, there was like when you just said Teslas, there was one guy I saw like outside of a Chipotle, like almost 2-3 years ago, like around pandemic time too.
Yeah.
And I remember I was waiting for one of my friends because he was getting off work from there. And then there was this guy that walked to me, and then he's like, yo, my phone's dead, and my Tesla's about to die. And then like we had this whole conversation. It was like 10 p.m. bro. For like 20 minutes we talked, and then he's like, by the way, you want me to like he didn't say it, but like he was like talking about Christianity, and he was like, by the way, you want me to take you to church? And he was like, let me show you my Tesla. And I was like, what the fuck? Maybe it's the same guy.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know if he drives a Tesla.
Yeah.
But this guy came in and we started talking about Tesla, and Starlink at that time was doing something.
He talked about that shit too. It's the same guy, bro. I swear, for real. Was he like in his 40s or something?
Yeah, I think so.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
bro, that's crazy.
That might have been the same guy. This guy's trying to get the world record for converting people.
He was sneaky as fuck, bro. We talked about all kinds of shit, and in the end, he was just like...
That's what happened.
Yeah.
So he started talking to me about Tesla and whatnot. And I'm happy to talk to anybody, whatever. And we go on, and then some other guy joins in the conversation, and somehow the conversation shifts to God, right? Like, I don't even know how it happened, but somehow that happened. And he starts going on about Christianity, how Jesus loves you, all this shit. I'm like nodding my head. He's like, he thought I was Muslim or Hindu, whatever. He just, I guess, stereotyped me. I don't know. Just looked at me and said, "You're probably a Muslim, right?" And I'm like, "No, I don't believe in any religion. Like I have my own philosophy about life, and I take from every religion. I study everything, but I don't identify myself as a religious person, like a religion specifically." And so he's like, "Okay," and just keeps on talking about God and whatnot. And at that point, I was like, I'm glad that we have differing points of view. Like that's what we're talking about, right? Like different perspectives.
Yeah.
And everybody could have their own perspective. I'm glad he wasn't like overbearing and saying like you have to come to church, like you'll go to fucking hell. Like some of those guys, dude,
they're like
out
that.
there that like if you don't believe in Jesus, like there's a church right now right here that's
Go to hell.
coincidentally with Sunday too.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with like sharing the ideas, but as you said, when it's like too like forceful,
Pushy,
then that's not cool.
Yeah, it's
like it's cool if they want to like introduce you to it, because then that's how you know if you like something or
Yeah,
not.
exactly. Like if you're in a dark place, there have been many people, millions of people probably that have found religion, whatever religion, and they've become a new person because of that.
Think about people,
new philosophy.
Yeah. Think about dudes that like go to like prison and stuff like that and just freaking have it hard, and then they just like read a book of like freaking Christianity or like some type of like any religion, and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm a full on now, and I'm doing good, and like
it's
people
a new
in hard
perspective.
places. Right?
Well, I feel like that's where it started, bro. I feel like many of the scriptures came from like to make order in a way, to make people like have basic
Philosophy,
pretty much, to like not do something that would harm others, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because like if you put, as he said, like if you study all of them, bro, the core concepts, like if you put all the extra details outside, is to just be a good human. Is it not? Like
it's pretty much
that's it.
Yeah. The main point is be a good person, like righteousness or whatever you call it, is be a good person. And there are a lot of details that go into it, right? Like there's in the Bible, there's a bunch of stories that share like the good and the bad, like what happens if you do something wrong and what happens if you do something right. And it's just stories of all that. And I think every religious text is so deep that if you read it for face value, you're not going to get it.
Oh, really?
You're not going to get it for face value. Like this
interesting
everything. Like one of the, I'm not like I'm an amateur on the Bible. You probably know it better than me. But one of the things it says is what you sow, you reap. Right? I don't know what verse that is. I don't know anything about the Bible really, but I just know certain things. And that's one section of the Bible. What you sow, you reap.
Right.
And people might say, well, yeah, if you plant apple seed, you're probably going to get an apple tree, right? But that's just face value. But if you could understand that what it's talking about relates to thoughts, what you sow is your thoughts. And the fertile ground is your mind. So the thoughts you keep on thinking are the seeds you're planting, and that's what you'll reap.
Oh, interesting.
That's what you'll reap. And what you reap is what you've sown. What people say, oh, well, look at my life. It sucks. It's terrible. Well, you've sown that.
Yeah.
This is because you've been thinking the thoughts. So you don't have to go out and change anything else. You don't have to say, fuck the government and go to a different country and, say that your parents did this or other people did this and that's why you're here. It's you. It's you the one who planted the seeds, and that's what's caused you to reap the harvest. And so if you just look at it for face value, you're not going to get that. But it takes somebody, like I didn't get that from just reading it. I listened to multiple speakers talk about that idea, like different sermons. And then it clicked to me like, oh, that's what it's talking about. Right. And it's important to listen to those ideas and go deeper than what it's just saying, or else you're going to come out with just the bare minimum of what it's trying to convey. It's so goddamn deep. Like you could spend a lifetime reading it and still not get everything.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's why I like reading other, there's this, I forget what it's called. The Tao Te Ching. Have you ever heard of that? Taoism.
Taoism? I've heard the name.
Yeah. You've heard of that? Okay.
I don't remember the details though.
Okay. I
Is it like a
haven't read it.
Chinese thing or Asian?
It's Asian. Like it's a mix. I think, have you heard of Lao Tzu? That's a guy.
These all from high school. I remember sophomore year in world history.
Lao Tzu. It literally translates to old man. Like that. It's not. That's not his name.
Okay.
Because he was wise, or
he was wise, and I haven't read everything in it, but it's like 82 verses or 81 or 82 verses that are written, and it's just how to live your life, like basically ideas for a good life. And it's so deep. It's so like well written, like well thought out of, right? Like there's a way that only the wisest people, I think, can put those ideas into words. Like I can't even comprehend. Like there's sometimes where I have an idea, or like I have certain thoughts that I'm thinking that I wish I could share it. Like I wish I could put it into words for people, but I don't know how. Like the words that they use. Like there's something poetic about it.
Translation of it, correct?
Yeah, it's translated.
But the translation is even that good?
The translation, yeah, it's pretty good.
So
yeah.
What must
I mean,
be
the one of the famous ones is a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That's one of them. You probably heard that.
Yeah.
1,000
Journey
times.
of what?
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step.
No,
Yeah.
That's a far ass journey, bro. Walking that shit's gonna take a lifetime.
But that's face value, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
that is face.
That's face.
See you
again. Like if you just look at it for it's 1,000 miles. That's a long time, bro. A single step. But I don't know if I want to take that step. Yeah. But it's
you go right into Uber. Not even Uber. That's just a train.
Take a flight. Yeah. But it's not about the 1,000 step. It's talking about your life. Yeah. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to pursue. You might think that, this goal that I have, this dream that I have, it's way out there. I don't think I could ever do that.
Yeah.
I don't see myself as getting that far. Mm-hmm. But it starts with a single step. Like, can you see? It might be clouded all the way out to where your dream is, but can you see right in front of you? Then take that step.
Yeah.
And the more steps you take, the more clear it becomes.
Your vision becomes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's so goddamn deep. I love that shit.
Do you remember any other?
I mean, I could look it up right now. It's so many quotes, so many great sayings. Let's see. But it has all those verses, and all of them, if you just look at it again, like with face value, you're not going to get the actual meaning. Let's see. Another one that I love is, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. So it's saying, if you're, it has the dichotomy of others, right? Like other people, like trying to gain power over others, but that's not going to be as powerful as power over yourself, as working on yourself, than trying to change other people. I mean, the best fighter is never angry. Let's see.
Is there a second part to that?
No. These are just quotes.
That's it? Just
these are,
the best fighter is not angry?
I'm just looking at the quotes. This isn't the actual
I see.
Verses.
That's true.
This is the translation then.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay, I see.
Is that literal, or is that like however you take it? The best fighter's not angry.
The best, yeah. I mean,
It's probably literal in a way.
I feel like the best fighter would be angry. Have you seen Mike Tyson, bro? Like in his prime,
but like smart too, because like think about like when you're angry, like you, unless like you already like a boxer like Mike Tyson, then maybe but like the ones that like get angry, stuff like that, they like just start throwing punches or going crazy, and then they get knocked out because they're just like, oh fuck, they got angry. They weren't like smart with it. They're just like, all right, I'm just gonna go fucking bizarre, but like some are like crazy, and then this like
when you're calm, there's a certain place your mind goes to where you could think just clearly. Everything just happens right where you want to be. And I think what it's saying is, maybe this might be wrong, but the best fighter is never angry, meaning that person doesn't even need to fight. Yeah. Right? Like you shouldn't want to fight.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. Right? Like there's no need to always keep fighting. Yeah. And the best fighter might know how to kill anybody. Yeah. But doesn't use it. Yeah. Doesn't try. Always is loved wherever he goes. Yeah. Right. And then another one, this is probably like one of my favorite ones. It says, a leader is best when people barely know he exists. Of a good leader who talks little, when his work is done, his aim is fulfilled, they will say, we did this ourselves. Meaning the best leader is not someone who micromanages everything, who says, oh, you have to do this this way. Right? Like we've probably had teachers and other people tell us, you had to do it this way. You had to do it like this. The best leader is one who's just barely there, who just guides, who just is always there, but at the same time allows everyone to do what they want.
Yeah.
And that's the best leader. I talked about that with the previous guest too. Like we were deep into this. Yeah. It's crazy. These ideas, like once you get the right idea, it'll change your life.
Yeah.
Because all it is a new way of looking at things. Because imagine you don't know that. Imagine you're a manager at some, company, right? And you had to lead some people. And for so long, you have been trying to micromanage every single person saying, look, I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying everything. And they're not listening. And you get this new philosophy and say, try to do less.
Yeah.
Like just let them be. And then the results show. Like once you apply it like that's why it's not enough to just read it. It's not enough to just know it. You have to apply it. Apply it in your own life like every goddamn day, because that's where the results show up. Like I don't just read the books. I don't just read like different quotes and just say, oh, that was a good quote. Like most people, they just scroll past like, oh, that's a good quote.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, that's motivational.
Yeah.
That's not going to do shit in your life, bro. Like if you just scroll past it and say, that's it, then you'll never see the changes. But if the next time you lead someone, you remember that, like every time my entire thought process is all the quotes, everything that I study, it just comes to me like naturally. Like I remember that philosophy and I like input it into my life right away. Like try to apply everything, and then you see the results of it, and it's like a massive change in your life.
Yeah.
Or else if you don't apply it, then you'll have the knowledge.
Yeah.
But what good is that? What good is that?
Take action.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always important to have the application of the knowledge.
Yeah.
I think that's what Bruce Lee said. Bruce Lee was,
Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Even his famous quote is like, be water.
Oh yeah.
Be water.
So you can take the shape of any container.
Cup. Yeah.
Any what?
But no, I just added that.
Oh.
But like he says, be water.
He said that
so
too,
like
I
you
think.
can. Oh, he did.
He said, or I don't know if. It's be water, but then he was in an interview, I think, and he was explaining it, and he said that to the interview, like the water becomes the cup. Water becomes wherever
imagine like a room. Like if this is a room, you pour water, it's gonna take a shape of this. If it's like in this, it's gonna have a different, you know what I mean?
Oh,
you adapt to the situation pretty much.
Gotcha. Be water.
And another thing about water is it always flows the direction of least resistance. You never see water traveling uphill, right? Water flows the path of least
I
resistance.
think there's one place on earth that it goes uphill. You can Google this.
It goes uphill?
It goes uphill.
Really?
I swear, Google it. Yeah.
No.
Let's see. Water
Seriously? No.
I swear.
that goes uphill.
Yeah, that flows uphill.
Let's see. I mean, it says capillary action or whatever. I don't know.
The capillary is in the veins, but I mean that it works like that too. So like in like your veins. Well, okay, if you want to go okay, I got you. So the heart, right?
Yeah.
Once it contracts, the blood like goes out through your aorta, goes all over your body, right? The way it comes back up to the heart is because as he was talking about resistance, there's resistance in like veins and capillaries and all that. And you want less resistance. When there's more resistance, actually, the water won't go there. So the least resistance, as he said, he's completely correct about this. The less resistance there is, the easier it is for it to go back. And the resistance, like the diameter of that capillary plays a role. Like what the diameter is, or like there's like so many factors I don't remember. But did you find that?
Yeah, one of them it's
like a mountain, I think, or something.
The source of the Mississippi Lake Itasca is 1,400 feet above sea level, and the mouth is by definition 0 feet above sea level. So we think of all that water flowing downhill 1,400 feet, but it is actually flowing against the force of gravity going 4 miles uphill.
Yeah.
So
is that a picture or no? Or like
it's
find no video.
Google, it's just like on here.
Oh,
just the first thing.
That'd be cool if there was a video.
I don't know if it shows video.
Yeah, but there's like so many things with like water. Water is like an insane like substance, like molecule. Like the water molecule is crazy, bro.
Really?
They talk about so much of this in different science classes, like biochemistry, like all these classes. There's always talks of water because it's just like there's so much about it that, like the hydrogen bonds on it. I don't know if do you remember anything from chemistry?
No, that's I don't pay attention to anything in science.
I wish there was a whiteboard here. I would like blow your mind. Really? Yeah, bro. Like
there's a whiteboard all the way over there. But
yeah, no, water is like there's no substance like water. Like it's crazy.
What were you like written down?
I would like draw the structure for you, explain to you like how like the so it's oxygen and two hydrogens.
Well, just
right?
try to explain it visually.
Okay, I got you. So let's do it with this. We have an oxygen molecule, right? We have two hydrogen that connects to it, right? And then there's two bonds here, right? And then let's say there's, oh my bad, okay. Let's say there's another water molecule, and that the way they interact with each other is because this oxygen is like electronegative, some parts of it is going to be more negative, and this is going to be, some parts of it is going to be more positive. So let's say this is another oxygen, and then these are two other hydrogens, right? And the way they connect to each other is hydrogen bonding. So this one is going to be two hydrogens, one oxygen. This is going to be attracted to this negative part. These are positive, right? Yeah. And this is going to be another one. So then there's going to be another hydrogen here, and it just goes into that structure. Damn. And then, and that's why you have like liquid, solid, like all, like it's just like insane, bro.
That's crazy.
There's so much like the boiling point, the freezing point, everything about it. And like with human physiology, when you couple it together, bro, it's insane.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's like two
It's vital. I mean, we're like 70% water.
Yeah.
Muscle is just water.
Yeah,
substance.
That's why, like, when you take like, I mean, I've never taken it, but like when people take like creatine, it like gets all your water and like it like absorbs it into your muscle. So you just like, that's why it's like all called like water weight, because it's just like contracting, and that's why it's like you get bigger off of water because of that creatine. I don't know exactly. It's like a monohydrate, but it's just like it just grips all the water. And I'm not like how you can. I can't explain like how you explain
to you right now what happens, bro. So what happens is
he just heard me like I already know exactly.
With ions, so like this is oxygen, right? You have chloride. Chloride is an ion. Salts, salts are a combination of different elements, but just the ions itself, ions are like charged. You know, like with the electrolytes you drink, right? All this stuff that's charged, like all these little ions that are charged in your body, wherever they go, water follows it. So I'll teach you, like in your kidney, this happens a lot through the filtration of like blood. So what happens is, let's talk about like your like trachea, how you breathe, right?
Yeah, right.
So the lining of your trachea to your esophagus, it's like lubricated, right? There's some water. Well, actually, this is gonna go in so much detail, bro. I don't know, but so the way that happens is, I'm gonna summarize it like a lot.
Yeah.
But there's this channel, right, in the cells that are lining it, right, and then you have there's gonna be two chlorides. There's gonna be sodium and there's gonna be potassium. All four of these are gonna enter the cell. And then the potassium is going to go out the other way. And then the sodium is also coming out. And then the calcium is, the chloride is going to go from like, imagine like this being your trachea or esophagus. The inner lining of it is excreting the chloride outside, right? And all these cells next to each other have spaces in between them. And that's going to cause water to follow the ion outside. And that's how the inside of your trachea is going to be lubricated. So let's say there's a problem with that one specific channel and cannot push the chloride through, then your trachea is not going to be very lubricated. And then you might get like cystic fibrosis, pretty much, where it's like, that's actually the name of the channel is like cystic fibrosis something, CFTR channel.
What is that? What happens when you get that? Is it
I think
hard for you to breathe or something like that? Or
what happens is it's less lubricated. Yeah, it's harder, 100% harder to breathe for you, but it's like mucus, like you can breathe. Like it's most like you can Google it right now, bro. Just Google cystic fibrosis. It's CY.
Cystic, or like a cyst type.
CY.
Cystic fibrosis is gonna pull up. But the thing I'm talking about is like the name of the channel. Like it's called CFTR, and that pumps the chloride through, and that's how the water follows it. But water
keep it
pretty
lubricated.
much,
We need that lubricated.
Yeah, and that's just for trachea. There's so many things that happens, bro. There's so much.
Yeah, it says it's a genetic condition that affects a protein in the body. Yeah. People who have cystic fibrosis have a faulty protein
that's
affects
the channel, CFTR channel.
That affects the body's cells, tissues, and the glands that make mucus and sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
what makes the mucus and sweat.
No, so
but this is like a disease, right?
This is cystic fibrosis is a disease.
So it's genetically or
genetic.
You
cannot get it randomly. Okay, no, it's genetic. So I'll explain it to you. Like it's pretty cool. Yeah. So what happens is the trachea and your esophagus, you're gonna have mucus going upwards. Right? All the debris or all the stuff that your body wants to get rid of, that's kind of in form of phlegm or whatever, that I'm sure you've experienced, everyone has experienced, obviously, is mucus going upwards. And for it to actually happen smoothly, so you don't feel it at all. You don't feel it right now, but as we're all speaking, there's mucus coming up, like very small particles. You don't even know it though, right? And the way
that lubricates channel.
It. So that's just one channel. There's so many different things. And the protein they're talking about is that channel, because all those channels are proteins.
Lubricates like the voice box too, like wherever that, I don't know if the throat, whatever allows you to speak. Because there have been many times where I do like a podcast 2 hours long and I'm like, it's fucking dry as shit. And then I can't even talk barely. And then you stop talking or you drink some honey and it lubricates that channel.
Yeah, I'm not sure about like that pathway specifically. Everything goes in like so much detail, but the genetic aspect is this. So like you have your DNA strands in your cells, every single cell of your body. Different cells have different parts of it activated. So imagine like a fat textbook, right? Your DNA is this fat textbook, and different cells only worry about certain pages on that textbook. So all of it is not activated at the same time. But then imagine, like, there's a sentence on the textbook that there was a fucking typo, right? And then when that gets expressed, let's say your cell is reading the textbook and there was a typo somewhere, that might fuck something up, like that CFTR channel. Not being the shape it's supposed to be, not pushing the chloride through, so then the water follows it.
That it has to be perfect.
Yeah. And it goes in like, and your body has so many other mechanisms to fix the fuck ups.
Really?
Like, all the time, bro. Yeah. You get like typos throughout your codes all the time. Mutations. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mutations in your genes. But a lot of mutations are harmless, and some of them are harmful, but your cell fixes it. Sometimes when they don't fix it though, is where it gets fucked up.
Really?
Yeah.
And which could lead to what? Like
anything. Everything you can imagine, like 90% of the disease, like is no, actually I wouldn't say 90% of disease. It depends. If it's genetics, it's like all shit that went wrong in your cells, like replicating. Let's say your cells, like some cells die and then there's going to be a new cell, right? They're going to give that code to the next one. So the next one is going to have that information. But let's say as they're copying it to give it to this one, like imagine you have two flash drives. This is a brand new one. This is an old one, has all the information. You're putting all this information in this new one and you're going to throw this one away. Let's say in all those codes, like the binary codes in computers, that is all 0, 1, 0, 1, all that shit, there's some fuck up and this one gets it and it doesn't get fixed through whatever means. Then this one, when it dies, this one like keeps passing on the fuck up. That's how, how there's some certain viral diseases that never get fixed. Yeah. Like, let's say, I don't know, I cannot think of any at the top of my, like HIV. Like that one is pretty much a virus going in one cell and then expressing its own like genetic information into that cell and having that cell replicate. And that's part of your genes now. That's why you can fix it. Like no matter how much antiviral drugs you take or whatever, you can control it. But now it's part of your genetic code. You know what I mean?
It replicated
inside your genetic code. But it's with the way the science is going, all of this shit is fixable, bro. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
So like they're maybe looking HIV could be
at that
like
level.
100%.
It's already kind of cured. I mean, it's not.
No, it's not cured. It's not
cured, but it's people are living with it. Like they're not just dying.
Oh yeah, no, people are living with it, but I'm sure science is gonna go so far that all of these diseases you can get through it. Like it's gonna fix you. You're gonna, there's gonna be like, you know how there's GMOs, right? We genetically modify many organisms that we eat, like plants. All the shit we buy in grocery stores is GMOs, bro. Yeah. You can do GMO with humans. You can fix your genes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Something you might know.
Right. Yeah.
Like maybe you know this, maybe you don't. But I'm curious on how does mood and feeling, like the feelings you have, affect the body? Like did you go in depth in that? Like
no, that's gonna be like a lot of neuroscience and psychology mixed together, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Neuroscience today, as advanced as our technology and science is, people still don't know shit about brain.
Really?
Yeah, we don't know shit, bro. Like
just because it's so freaking powerful.
Yeah, like it's like there's so many whys that people don't know. Like the scientists don't know yet. There's like a hows, but there's like they don't know why this happens. You know what I mean?
The why is, I think it'll be forever a mystery. Like,
no, it won't be. I feel like over time they're gonna figure out everything. It's gonna take a long time.
But I'm talking about like the like, I think I said this to you. Like
the question that you ask is pretty basic, though. I'm sure there's an answer to it. I just don't know how to answer it. I don't have the answer.
No, but there's something different. I think I told you maybe like a few podcasts ago we did, and we talked about like the spirit and the body, right? And I think I said every scientist in the world knows that if I point my finger or do this with my finger, right? They could point to which part of the brain that caused the chemical reaction that caused my finger to go like this. But no scientist in the world can tell me why. Like what made me choose to do this? Like I'm consciously doing this right now, right?
Yeah.
But if the brain is the control center where all the things are happening, right? All the chemical reactions are taking place, who's the controller?
You are.
Yeah. But what is you? That's they
don't know that. They don't know
exactly. Like that's
the thing.
That's the
See, to break it down though, so your nervous system, you have like a somatic nervous system and you have the autonomous nervous system, right? The part you're talking about is us like moving our fingers. Yeah. There's like muscle in our fingers, skeletal muscle. On these skeletal muscles, there's there's neurons, right? There are neurons that are connected to your skeletal muscle, and then their other end is connected to like other nerves, right? And these nerves all trace back to your spine, and then they send information in. This is called like the peripheral nervous system. Like the central is your spine and your brain, like that's the headquarters, and peripheral is everywhere else. And then there's tons of neurons like throughout your body that pick up senses, right? Somatic is all the shit you control, right? So as you said, like, I'm doing this right now, consciously I'm doing it, right? Yeah. But your question is like, why am I doing this? Because you decided.
I decided.
But then there's autonomous one where you don't really get to decide. It just does it. Like your heart beating. Yeah. If you want it to beat or not, it's gonna beat. You know what I mean? Exactly. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Because but
breathing too. But
breathing we can also breathe is somatic because it could be both. It's autonomous and somatic. Because like right now, take a deep breath. You did that on purpose, right? But what you just did was you made your diaphragm contract. Right? So when your diaphragm contracts, what happens is there's going to be less pressure in your lung and more pressure outside. So the air from the outside goes inside and then your lung expands. And then what happens is once you're exhaling, you can, it's the same situation. When you're trying to exhale, the diaphragm relaxes and then because there becomes more pressure in the lungs than the outside,
then it goes out.
Yeah. It's just all about pressure points, like just like the pressure of, it's
like
crazy. That. It's very simple, like mechanics to it. Yeah.
That's wild though.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's that it could also. I mean, we don't focus on breathing at every moment of every day either. So it happens by itself most of the time. Yeah, and then that's crazy. The human body is.
It is, bro. It's
amazing. Like it's so complex that we've been studying it for hundreds of years, and we still don't know everything.
Yeah, I mean, but they know like a good amount.
Yeah, they know a good amount.
Like now, when I'm taking all these classes, I'm like, holy shit! Like, like all the things that when I was younger, I was like, how do scientists know all this shit? Now I'm like, oh fuck, this is why. Like that's crazy, you know? Yeah.
What's something recent that blew your mind?
Recently, that blew my mind. Let's see. You guys continue the conversation.
Okay,
I'm gonna think about this for a second.
Yeah.
But let's see.
What were we talking? We were talking about the water that got us all the way here.
Yeah. Be water. Be water was
Be
the
water.
Bruce Lee, yeah.
Yeah. But what I was saying, like how it flows was, I think he was, that also correlates to thoughts. Water is flexible, so let your thoughts be flexible. You could, I think we've all experienced times where we kept on forcing this one idea, this one way that we have to go, we have to think this way, or we're expecting a certain outcome, right? And that's resisting. That's like trying to swim upriver. And there are times where you just got to be water, where you just flow with the thoughts instead of resisting them.
Yeah.
Because once you resist, what I found out is once you resist, it persists. Like anytime you start resisting a thought, like resisting to think about something, then that's what's going to keep on coming up. Like you're going to continue to get that same thing.
That's been happening lately too. I know
Really?
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Like I'll try like not to be like, you know what? Let me have better thoughts. Let me not try to think about that. And that shit keeps coming up.
Keep coming up.
I'm like, dude,
you're
like,
resisting.
I'm like trying, like, what am I, I'm trying to freaking go work out and keep that shit off my mind. But like this thing keeps coming up. I'm like, dude, I'm trying so hard. And it's like, damn.
It's like mental jujitsu. Like that's what you're doing every single day.
Yeah.
It's like trying to figure out where can I get in there. Like just find that little groove and just
exactly
kick that shit out. But what I've realized is it doesn't go away by fighting it. It goes away by just allowing it to be there. Like that's a thought. Observe it. Why is it here? Be curious about it.
Yeah.
Like everything just I'm now just fascinated by it. Like in traffic, instead of getting angry, I'm like, this is fascinating. Everybody's going somewhere.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to get angry about. Like I let go of anger completely. Anger, worry, like any of that shit. Like just
so
be
you're
curious.
That fighter now.
Huh?
You're that fighter now.
Just a fighter.
No anger.
No anger at all. Because there's no use for it. Like we have been conditioned to think that, well, anger is just part of it. Like anger, worry, stress, that's just part of life. Yeah. But you don't have to think that.
You don't have to.
You don't. It's a
that's
choice.
why I enjoy hanging out with you, because you're so mellow too, bro.
Yeah.
You're just so relaxed.
I really try. Like I'm not saying that I'm this way like all the time. Like I never have negative thoughts. That I never feel frustrated. Like that is part of it. It's part of like you're dealing. There's nothing that can stop that consciousness from flowing. Like there's no way you could stop thought. Like something just keeps on going. Every single human at every waking moment is thinking something. Whether you're conscious of it or unconscious of it, there's just some idea just constantly coming through. And I never try to like resist it. Instead of like, oh, it has to be this way. Just allow it. And the only thing I do is let me try to phrase this right. The only thing I do is sometimes you could pick thoughts, right? Like it's not resisting the thought that you're thinking, it's picking a better one, right? Like you could, let's say you could get in a car accident, right? And there are multiple different perspectives you could have about the same situation. Two people could get into the same car accident and have two different perspectives. One could say that this sucks, right? Like this is terrible. They get angry, they get frustrated. Insurance is going to go through the roof. My car is totaled. All this stuff, all the negative things, all the things that went wrong. And the other person could say, "I'm glad I'm safe."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same car accident. Same place. Yeah. They could even be siblings, right? But it's the perspective, right? You could choose. And literally an infinite amount of perspectives. And there was a speaker that says, whatever you think, make sure it empowers you. Don't choose a thought that is disempowering. Only choose thoughts that make you feel good. And the second I started to live that, like just consciously, every thought, like this is a Not everybody will do this like this. It takes like more energy than anything you'll ever do, is to consciously be aware of every thought you think and how it makes you feel. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life.
Damn.
It's like that's where like you'll get to a really meditative place.
Yeah.
And you'll realize that your thoughts are creating like your reality. Like you'll see
like your decisions, or
like like everything.
It's like that video
Like
game that I was
moods,
telling
feelings.
you, bro.
Yeah.
Like I've experienced it multiple times. Like you might not believe me, but there was this one time where I was watching a basketball game, right? And I was in a very meditative state, just watching this game. It was like the playoffs, right? Boston Celtics, Brooklyn Nets. And it was the fourth quarter. And I believe the Celtics were down by a few points. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be nice if they tied the game? Wouldn't it be nice, like to see a close game? They were down, so I was like, I would like to see a close game. And I thought that thought, and it felt good. It felt good to think that thought. And I kid you not, the other team did not score for 3 minutes, and they tied the game. Not 1 point over or 1 point less, but they tied it.
Yeah.
Right. And not only that, I was like, this is fucking weird, right? Like that happened. Like I knew that was happening. I don't know whether I created it. I don't think I created it, but I was on the frequency in which that idea came, right? Like maybe I don't think we create anything. Everything already exists.
Yeah.
But you could tap into different things.
Yeah.
And so that happened, right? And then I was like, okay, it's fourth quarter, playoffs. This happened. How about we go to OT? Right? So I think that thought, and that thought feels good. And what I do is like believe that it's already here. Like believe that it's going into OT. And they went into OT. Like that means the fourth quarter happened and they were still tied and it went into overtime. Yeah. And then, like it's crazy. Like, I don't know if you believe me or not, but that happened.
No,
that happened.
Yeah.
No, that happens for sure. But I feel like that's a coincidence, bro. Yeah. Like there's no.
But I thought it both times.
Yeah.
Like I the first time I thought it's a coincidence, but the second time it happened, and I don't think I created it, but I was on the wavelength of where that idea was placed and whatever, it's
my advice is don't get into sports betting then, because every gambler thought that they're in control of doing that shit, bro.
It's not control, like it's more of I don't know if you believe that everything is already done, right? Like I don't, there's just
what do you mean everything's already done?
Everything is
like predestined?
Not there's infinite realities, infinite experiences to have.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Anything can happen at any time.
Anything could happen at any time.
So I don't think anything's set already. Like still stuff could like go around that and happen.
Exactly.
Okay.
Got it.
But it's all just there. It's all on different energies, and you could
like the chakras or the chakras or
no.
Chakra.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just different thoughts. Like if you everything is, I think this is what Nikola Tesla said. He said everything is on a frequency. Everything, like if you, right now, we're sitting here, and if I ask you, do you hear music? What will you say? Do you hear music right now? No.
Yeah, I hear your voice though.
Yeah, you hear my voice.
That's music.
Thank you. But if I brought an FM radio here and tuned it to a certain frequency, you would hear music, right? But it's not that the music isn't here. It's that we're not tuned into it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Right?
I see what you mean.
So
that's philosophical, bro. Yeah. That shit is philosophical.
Yeah, that was from Bob Proctor. Got to give him credit for that.
Proctor.
Who's that?
He was a motivational speaker, like back in
Bob Proctor. Yeah, he sounds familiar.
The 60s, 70s, around
Is
there.
he the one that had like a weird voice, kind of? Like the way he structures his sentences is a little weird, or
I don't know.
Was he there like white or something? Like white hair, older guy?
No.
No, I'm mixing him with someone else.
Maybe it was.
I'll just Google him.
Yeah, Google him.
I don't even know, bro.
But yeah, his videos are insane. Like that helped me a lot. He has a 6-part like seminar that's each of the parts are 2 hours. And I tell people 6 parts, 2 hours. I've watched all 6 parts probably 10 times.
Damn.
Right?
Damn.
And you might think that's overkill or that's too much, but if you watch those 6 parts and understand those 6 parts, you will understand all of life.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee it. You'll go through it with a new perspective and just a completely different philosophy, and you'll understand why people are successful and why people are poor and why people fail and why people do well. Everything. Like it all stems from the mind. And he what was the part you said about where it was conscious and then like you said a specific word.
The autonomous,
and what he said how he laid it out was conscious and subconscious.
Oh, I see.
And he has this diagram of here. I'll try to pull it up here so you could see it.
I gotta take a piss.
You gotta take a piss?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. I was like, somebody whispered that. I'm like, did I just hear that?
It's the music, Shyam.
I know, it's the music.
You were not tuned to it.
Dude.
All right, yeah, like this diagram right here.
Subconscious mind.
Conscious, like, I don't know if he invented this, but I think he did. This diagram is the mind. And he said the mind is not the brain. People have that misconception of the mind is infinite. The mind is metaphysical. We could never see it, never have any physical correlation with it. But it's separated into 2 parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious. And out here is energy, right? Thought. And thought goes into this free flow of consciousness, comes into the conscious mind, and that whatever thought you continuously think, habitually think, and feel it.
Oh, that becomes your reality.
That goes into the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind controls 90% of what you do. 90%. And a great example is when in the morning, when you brush your teeth, are you consciously thinking of every single stroke that you're doing on that toothbrush, right? No.
Sometimes.
You're probably thinking about something else, right? Yeah. You're probably thinking about the day. You're probably thinking about what happened. You're just brushing your teeth because you've done it so many times that you're not even thinking about it, right? Or going into your car or turning your car on or any of that, like, or going to work, that same road. You're not even thinking about, do I have to take this exit? Do I have to turn this way? Right? That's subconscious. You've done it so many times. And that's why kids can learn so many languages when they're younger, is because at that point, their conscious mind has not developed from age when they're from
conscious mind or their subconscious?
Their conscious mind has not developed.
I see.
And so from when they're born to around age 7, everything goes into their subconscious. Like my first language is not English, and I still know that. I still know the language, even though I don't practice it as much, right? But if I started to pick up a new language like French or something today, it'll be harder than if I started when I was a baby, right? And so that subconscious goes in, and everything has to be expressed. Energy has to be expressed, and it goes into the body, and the body creates the action, and the action creates the result. And he said, if you want better results in your life, you don't change the action, right? Like that people change right here. That's not the whole.
You need to go back.
That's not the root cause of your result.
Oh yeah, that's facts,
right?
For sure, yeah.
So he's saying, have a vision, have like something you want, right? Whatever it is, a car, a house, a dream, whatever it is, have that, and start thinking the thoughts about that whatever it is, how it makes you feel. Why have $1 million just to have it? Like why have it, right? What thoughts are you gonna think when you have it? How does it make you feel to have the house you want, the car you want? And start thinking those thoughts, and then feeling with thoughts impresses it into the subconscious, and that's how everything works. And the moment you become conscious of it, like every thought you think, you understand its feeling, and you understand that it's going into the subconscious when you're feeling it, negative or positive, right? So if you have a negative idea, let's say you have this strong feeling that you're gonna die in 6 months, right? You have this just overwhelming thought, like, oh, this is what's gonna happen, right? You will start to see signs of that because that's what you're looking for. That's what you're constantly thinking. Or even if, let's say you're sick, right? Or let's say you have a sore throat.
Yeah.
And you've had a sore throat in the past, and you realize that every time I have a sore throat, I end up with a fever. But it's Monday and you have a sore throat, but then you say because this always happens on Friday, you're gonna have a fever.
You anticipate a fever.
Yeah, you're anticipating it, and that's what's gonna happen. And people think that, oh, that's just how it is. But no, you're thinking the thought that's causing the feeling, that's impressing the subconscious, that's causing the body to move into that state, and then it happens.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. Once I understood that, you become very cautious about what you think about. Very cautious. Don't just let any thought just get in there, because every thought has to be expressed. And it's not like that I don't have negative thoughts, and it's bound to happen, right? But you got to stand guard at the door of your mind. You got to stand guard and make sure that not everything goes in there, because the ingredients you put in, the thoughts you put in, is what's going to come out.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like baking a cake. If you start with cement, you're not going to get a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want the result of anything in your life, you got to put in the right ingredients and leave out the wrong ingredients.
Yeah.
So that's the science of success right there. Those 6 parts, if you watch that shit, and I guarantee you.
Is it the recipe to bake the cake?
Yeah, it's the recipe. Whatever you want. But it's not enough to just hear it. Yeah. If you hear it, it's like you have to watch it multiple times, like think of it in a deeper. Exactly. Yeah. Like it's the same thing with the religious text. If you take it for face value, you won't get it. You have to get like.
You gotta look at different perspectives and
so many goddamn times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I listen to like those type of tapes every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Damn, that's good.
Every goddamn day.
That's good.
Yeah. There's something in me, like I'll tell you why though. When I was, I think 15, right, I had this overwhelming feeling of, if I don't do something about my life, it's going to be turned to shit. Like I knew that if I didn't go out and make an effort myself, then nobody else is going to do this shit for me, right? It's 100% my responsibility. And I don't know where that came from, but something in me said I had to take control right now. Like if I don't do it right the fuck now. And then at that point, I was following Gary Vee for a while, and he said, if you want to live a more positive life, surround yourself with positivity. Like put more positivity in you. If you're like consciously make the decision to listen to more positive things, right? I'm like, okay, I heard the speaker, Les Brown, this speaker, I saw like a motivational video one day, and the title said Les Brown, and I heard that was pretty good. And so I YouTube it, and I started listening. I'm like, this is good. Okay. I'm going to listen to this. And before I went to sleep that night, I put my phone on my chest and listened to it. Like I was conscious enough to hear the words, but I closed my eyes. I didn't just go to sleep and just, just slept through it. But I was conscious enough to listen to the words. And I kept on, and it felt good. Like to listen to that right before you go to sleep. Like you just have this positive energy around you, just listening to this guy.
Makes you want to wake up and do some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you feel good.
Yeah.
And he was talking about all these ideas, you could change your life. You got to believe it's possible.
Yeah.
You hear all this stuff, and I did that every day, like every night before I went to sleep.
You do this to this day?
To this day.
Damn, that's a good habit, bro.
15
Holy
and
shit.
you're 20 what?
22
And you've been doing it every single night?
every night.
How are you not out of content?
Yeah.
Dude, I listened to it. I listened to certain things probably like 1,000 times.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's a good habit, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's
And I didn't know what I was doing. Right, what I showed you right now.
Yeah.
That subconscious. I didn't know that at. I think I learned that at 20.
Yeah.
Or 19 or 20.
So you're like conditioning your brain. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know what I was doing, but it just something in me told me I had to take control and start putting more positivity in, or else the world is just going to push me into one corner, and I would not want to live my life that way.
Yeah, no.
And so I did that every day, and I started to see changes in my personality, started to see changes in how I behave with people, and I think it correlates to everything I've done up until now. Is those ideas allow me to have the confidence, have the courage to go after and do this, like do a podcast or start a clothing brand, or do anything, like talk to a girl. Like that's the foundation that it laid for me. Like maybe for the 15 years prior, just I would allow anything, right? Like I was a kid, I was naive, I didn't know what to think. But now there was this focused energy on this one direction of positive being, and I was going like 1,000 miles per hour on that shit. And that year, like 15 to 16, like that changed my life completely. Like I would not be here, the person I am, if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
And then I never stopped. There was one time where I did I think my freshman year of college, where I was dorming and I didn't listen to the tapes for like 6 months, and my life like fell apart. Like it was just not the same. Like it wasn't like crack. I was like smoking crack or some shit. Like it wasn't like that. But I just felt worse.
You felt like you're not as focused.
Not as focused on my purpose, like my direction in life. It was,
you don't have the fuel.
drive.
Yeah, the fire. Like right now, and then I have like a burning fire in me, like a desire unlike anything else. Like there's just a river of joy, like coursing through my body at every moment, because it's like I'm very focused on that thing, and because of those ideas, I think that's why I'm at where I'm at.
Right.
And since that, I felt what it's like not to be at that level, like not to listen to it, and then I feel terrible about myself. I'm like, I got to do this for the rest of my life. Like there's no way.
It's a habit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a habit.
But it's a good habit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a really good one.
Habits. That's the thing about habits, is you could go both ways. Like every discipline affects the rest. That's from Jim Rohn. He said you could let's say if you eat a Hershey bar a day, that's you're probably not gonna walk around the block. And if you don't walk around the block, you're probably not gonna go to the gym. If you don't go to the gym, then you're probably not gonna get a raise, right? Like, or whatever. Like you're not gonna try as hard at work. And that's the negative way. Or you could say, let's eat an apple a day, right? If you eat an apple a day, you'll probably walk around the block. If you walk around the block, you'll go to the gym. If you go to the gym, you'll meet this person. This person then invites you to this party, and then you start
to eat apples there.
Exactly, but everything affects everything else.
Yeah,
that's the main point. Right?
Yeah, 100%. No, dude, I agree with you.
Yeah,
it's just like the micro decisions you make that like it's like that 1,000-step thing you mentioned, the 1,000-mile thing. Like every step, whatever small decision you make, you go a step forward, and then that it becomes more clear as you're going more forward.
Exactly.
So,
That's how my life has been up until now, and continues to be. Is I always start with the goal, like any type of thing that I want, and then in the beginning you'll be scared shitless, like you'll think that it's impossible. That's always happened. That's happened to everybody since the dawn of time. That's just how it is. And the main thing to understand is not to be immobilized by it. You're gonna have this dream, but it's so far-fetched. Don't set it too low though. Like don't that people make the wrong judgment and set it too low. I think Michelangelo said it's not. I need to look this up. Maybe I don't want to fuck it up. I'll look it up later.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the goal you set is the direction you'll go.
Yeah.
And so if you don't set it to a place where you had to reach for it, you'll think, oh, this is fine. Like, this is okay. And you'll be in this comfort zone and you won't have to stretch. Like, don't set it so low where you don't have to stretch, where it's right here, where you know exactly what to do. Everything I've done, that's even this podcast, I didn't know how it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. The how is God, it's life, it's the universe, whatever. You'll never know how your dream is going to come to be. Yeah. Never. It's an abyss that you stare down every single day. Like, it's there. You could see the end, but the steps to get there are, unknown. And you could see that in a way where it scares you, or you could see it as an adventure to go through, right?
Yeah.
And to those who see it as an adventure, who have the courage to take the step, even when it's cloudy, even when it's so scary to imagine, you keep walking and you realize that step by step, you'll climb the mountain. Step by step. Like, when I started at 15, 16, and to now see it, like, to look back, like, I'm proud of that 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, from where I came from, and now, like, right now, if I told that 15-year-old self where I'm at, he would say, that's impossible. Like, how could you be like this, right?
Yeah.
But at 15, it was scary to take these chances. Yeah. But step by step, you look back and you realize anything's possible.
Yeah. Bro, that's the goal, to the younger self of you, to look back and be like, my younger self would be proud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I laid in my bed one night when I was, I think, 16 years old, and I was listening to those tapes, and I said to myself, I have to do this. Like, I have to. This is that myself 5 years from now, I want that motherfucker to say I'm proud.
Yeah.
Dude, and then once you become committed,
Shyam, don't be Shyam. You know what I mean? No, bro, I think like that too. I do that increments. Like, every year, I'm like, dude, next year you got to be better. You know, you can't. Don't disappoint me.
Make sure to define better.
Yeah,
that's.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can be vague. Yeah.
That's something I learned too. Is people say they want a lot of money, and then I ask them, what's a lot of money?
Yeah.
You can't go to you can't go to God and say, I want a lot of money. God doesn't know what's a lot of money. Right. Like, a lot of money to you might be $1 million. A lot of money to somebody else might be $1,000. Yeah. What's a lot? So define it. Define everything in your life. Like, whatever you want. If you want a car, what color is it? What's the interior going to be like? How's it going to feel when you drive it?
Yeah.
How is it going to make you feel? How are you going to have somebody with you? All of it. Define it, and then you'll start to, once it's clear in your own mind, it'll start to feel real, like, in your life. And if it's vague, then anything will veer you off course, because it's not specific. It's not like if you played like the game where you look for cars, like, while you're driving, like, find a red car, right? And everybody has to find a red car. You'll spot a red car because you're looking for one. But if you just say spot a car, and you might not see, there's no red cars here, but once you start looking for it, you'll find it.
Yeah, no, I see you.
Yeah. It's not enough to just say you want stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get what you want in this life.
Yeah.
You don't get what you want. You don't even get what you need. You only get what you deserve.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about. And it's weird to be at this place where you have the knowledge, but then realize why. Like, sometimes I think about what in me decided to go for this. Like, why doesn't everybody think like this? Why didn't everybody why didn't everyone have the chance to go after these ideas? Like, I don't know what it is in me that was curious enough to go down this route. Mm-hmm. right? Because most people, try to suppress these emotions with drugs, with alcohol,
or different coping
with all sorts, coping mechanisms. But what in me made me face it? Like I never shied away from the fears, like the doubts. Like I stood there, like I looked that shit in the face and said, I'm coming. Like
that's it right there. You just said it, like that's literally it. Like you just, instead of like going to drugs or going to, other different coping mechanisms and ruining yourself, you were like, you stood there, you looked at what you did or like what's fucking you up. Yeah. And like, I'm gonna do something about it. When other people are like, I'm fucking up. Oh, you know what? Yeah. What did you say?
I said, and he came.
Stupid. But no, that's good, dude. Yeah, you should be proud of yourself, man. Look how far you fucking come.
Fuck you, dude.
Not that you had like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say not that you had like many hardships, but like, I'm sure you went through some things and it's like,
everyone does.
You overcome them.
Everyone has their own problems. Like there's nobody that has. There's no one that has.
He said that, right? He's like, I'm coming.
Yeah, I did say that. But I said C-U-M. C-U-M. No, but everyone has hardships. That's it's part of life, and the more you run away from it, the more it'll come at you. Like the more it'll.
A lot of comings.
People are thinking we're so childish.
For real. But who gives a fuck? Yeah, that's who cares?
That's whatever. But the hardships is what makes you like the
hardship.
Oh my god.
Stupid.
That's a word. Hardships.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
No, I was just making a pun.
Okay.
Get it?
Hard.
Yeah. But I said ships like that. I don't know where.
Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
If I said hard shit or some shit like that, I don't know.
No, what's like the word hard?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But now I lost my train of thought. Like I don't even remember what I was saying.
You're going too far.
I don't even remember.
You were talking about how like
your hardships.
Hardships, yeah.
That you would.
He was telling you how like everybody goes through hardships.
Yeah, everyone goes through hardships.
And then you said like it's about how like if you don't if you just don't like all that stuff will keep coming to you if you just like ignore it or no, if you just shoot. I forgot what you said too. I don't remember what you said.
Too focused on making jokes.
I know.
Whatever, fuck it. It'll come to me. Or I wanted to get to that Michelangelo.
Oh, the Michelangelo, yeah.
That shit. I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to. He said
I'm on
it
the
so
same
well.
frequency as him, bro. I gotta take a piss too.
Okay.
One go up.
Yeah, just one person go.
One at a time.
Go for it.
You go first because you first said it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you've been meaning to go for a minute.
Right. Take this shit.
Oh, the key. Yeah. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
I just scan it or what? A little.
Yeah, scan. Yeah, that thing. Let's see. What is it? Okay, here it is. The greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark.
Oh.
See, like most people set their aim too low and get it. And they think, oh, this is nice. I got this one step up, right? Mm-hmm. When they're capable of literally anything. Like there's no capacity for human beings, in my opinion, that there's a cap on it, right? Like just look around, like look at what we've done mm-hmm. with life. Like we're not like any other animal. And to think that I could only have this much is it's disheartening to see because you're capable of way more than what you believe.
True.
And if you could only believe that you could achieve more, like once you set your goals to the point where you're afraid of them, that's how you know they're big enough.
Yeah.
Is when you don't know how.
For me though, bro, I feel like goals, like they fall in different categories. I feel like you have your long-term goals and then you have your short-term goals. And for you to set a long-term goal, you should really aim to the moon. Like you should aim for, like, there should not be really a limit for that, right? But I feel like in short-term goals, you have to, like, in order to get there, you need to set a lot of shorter-term goals, and they have to be achievable. Like if you're setting your short-term goals as unachievable, then you're gonna just be disappointed over and over, and then give up at some point.
Exactly.
But if you have like short-term goals, like in increments, and they're achievable, but you're just pushing yourself a little bit to not be lazy and get comfortable, then once you stack all that up, then you're gonna get to that limitless long-term goal. Because if you don't, and you're just setting all the small ones to get there, like as insane goals, then it's gonna be really difficult to get there.
That's why it takes. It's gonna take longer than you anticipate. You're not gonna get to, a 30-year place in 10 days.
Oh yeah, no.
So,
but the 30-year place, you need to like do shit every 10 days or whatever, like in whatever increment to get there. Because if you like set that 30-year one in like and you want to achieve it like in the 10 days, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's important to keep that in perspective, and also don't only just set the short term goals. Like that, it's important to have short term goals, but always stretch yourself, because that's where, like, every time I don't go after whatever that makes me like fired up or that seems impossible, is it makes me feel worse about myself. Like every time I don't go for it, we don't regret what we did do, we regret what we didn't.
Right.
And so that stretching.
I thought we were gonna fist bump me. Bro, because as you said, you have to, like, even with the goals I was mentioning, you still, the achievable ones, you still like trying to stretch as you're saying. You push it a little bit further just to see like what's the threshold, like how far can you push this? You know what I mean? Yeah. So you don't get comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. That once you sit in a comfortable place, your life falls apart.
Yeah.
Every time for me, like anytime I try to maintain, you start going backwards. That's why I think who was it? Albert Einstein.
Like offensive, like on the offense of life than defense.
Exactly. Yeah. Albert Einstein said, "Life is like a bicycle. You just got to keep pedaling."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that. That's cool.
Yeah, you just keep pedaling, because the moment you stop pedaling, you're gonna fall down. Yeah. Right. So you just keep pedaling, and the journey is not in getting to the goal. Like the objective is not in getting to the goal. It's the journey.
Like how you get there.
I feel like
what
it's both,
things you do.
It's both.
It is. I mean,
like if you're gonna have a shorter journey and achieve the same results, fucking do it, bro. Like
no, that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying the goal you have
should not be the only objective.
Is not only the only objective.
Yeah, sure.
It's everything you become in the process.
100%.
That's what matters most.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just calm. That's what I'm like trying to.
Yeah. Go ahead. How was that piss?
Oh, dude, amazing.
It's all good. I know. Somehow I could hold it in for. I'm not even.
It's just because like I don't want to. Like I know it's not good to hold in like your pee and stuff like that. So
I don't have to go right now.
No.
Yeah.
Where do I go?
It's just go out here and then make a left and you'll see it. Okay. Make a left. Yeah.
There should be one that has like a where you like she's wearing a dress. Going to that one.
Have you ever been into a woman's bathroom?
Yes, on accident. It was like I guess I just wasn't paying attention. I went in and then I like noticed there's like no like urinal, and I was no, definitely not this one. So I looked at it and I was like, all right, nope, I'm out. And I'm glad no one like saw, because that would have been pretty embarrassing. Yeah, or like someone thinking I'm a pervert or something. I mean, I've been in multiple women's restrooms and
like purposely, because sometimes at a restaurant they have men's and women's, and the men's would always be taken. So nobody's going into the women's one. Might as well just go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's usually those single ones, not where multiple people can get in there.
I was like, damn, this guy's crazy. I would never do something like that. I was like, dude, there's no way I'd take that chance. I don't even care if no one's looking. I just would not take that chance. I was like, dude, this kid is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, no. I see what you're saying. I've done that then. Yeah. But like, I just never looked at it like that. Like, I'm talking about like where it's like
multiple people can get in there. It's like a crowd and you just walk in. It's like I identify with them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I have a vagina today, so I'm coming in here. Yeah. That's hilarious.
In
reality, like, I don't know.
I wonder if people do that.
Probably.
And
there's probably women that get mad.
I think that's why they changed a lot of them to unisex.
Unisex, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't want to deal with
the whole situation. Yeah,
the culture.
Like, hey,
yeah, that's not good.
I know. I'm learning about. No, I mean not like bathrooms are going, but like I'm learning about like transgender and stuff like that right now in one of my classes.
Really?
It's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting.
They have a class on that.
Yeah, one of them's like perspectives on gender. I'm taking two of them. I'm taking that, and then another one's LGBTQ plus. There's like another. I think that's all it is. That's all it says. And they're pretty interesting.
Damn.
That's crazy. Like getting better perspectives and then like I don't know.
Yeah, it's important to just
kind of know the knowledge.
Yeah, know it. Like,
yeah, and you don't mess up on names and everybody get all mad at you and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a new thing too.
Yeah,
like that's what I think most people have trouble with is just identifying yourself as anything. Yeah, people are like, well, what do you mean by that? Like, yeah, right. Like, am I a cheetah?
Yeah, a rooster or something. Yeah.
I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah. There is people that like do that though, and I feel like they might be serious or like they're just. I know some of them joke around. Jokes? Shit. Yeah.
I don't know if it is serious, then I think they need to take a harder look. Like in
I mean, see, I don't know. Like I accept all that stuff, but like as long as like you're not like trying to bring yourself upon me or like touch me or stuff like that, we're cool, man. Like if you say you're like a fucking
Daniel just walks in.
We're talking about like transgender and like how people like kind of just say like, oh, I'm a bunny today or like this and that, and it's like it's cool. Like don't get me wrong, like I accept it. Like if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And, like let it be. I'm not you, you're not me. Like all right, but as long as like to the point where like if you're gonna like touch me or like be weird with me, then that's when I'm like, all right, I won't be a dick and like push you or fucking punch you or shit. But like just stay in your own lane. But like I accept you.
Have you had an experience like that? No? I don't think people just randomly come to people and touch them though.
But like
they probably do. They probably do.
Just because we just never had it happen to us, you know?
Yeah. All the women listening to this like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, I guess it's different being a guy, but
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And we try our best to look at it from their perspective, but you can never quite,
understand.
You'll never know.
No, for sure not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
It's important to at least try though. Like it's important to understand how other people feel.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. Yeah. That's like a lot of like the discussion posts like, how would you feel if this
the discussion post. He has a class on it. That's why he's
for real? I have classes on like
on transgenders.
Pretty much like intersexuality and like how like people. It's like one of them like called the perspectives on gender. And the other one's LGBTQ plus community.
Bro, this sounds lit. I want to take a class.
It's pretty interesting. It's not bad.
You learn so much.
Yeah, you do. And like I kind of like want to know the terms and stuff like that. So I don't like fuck it up. And
bro, teach us.
I know, dude.
I wish there was. I mean, maybe UCI has classes like that.
Probably.
Maybe. Yeah.
I go to San Bernardino, Cal State. I'm sure like a lot of them.
Dude, that's like one of the only Cal States I haven't been to.
San Bernardino?
Yeah.
It's pretty, huh?
I've been to.
On the campus?
You
haven't?
I haven't. I've been to almost every single one.
You got to go to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I'll have to come visit.
Yeah. We'll go, all of us. Just like
I'm down.
I've
been to obviously Fullerton, Northridge.
Is that up?
Like
San
Fernando. San Fernando. Yeah.
That shit got rocked by an earthquake in like in the 90s. Like the whole school had to shut down because that they had a massive earthquake.
They like break down buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is that the one where the freeways were all fucked up too?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, something
that's
like
crazy.
that. I don't remember.
It was crazy.
But but I wasn't even born back then. But I'm saying because somebody told me about all that shit over there, but I don't remember.
I think it was you, fool.
Was it?
Maybe. I think so. He showed us like a bunch of freeways that were like all like or just like fucking around.
Yeah. Anytime somebody mentions Northridge, that's all I can think of. It's like that fucking earthquake. Yeah, because that's crazy.
Maybe it was him.
Yeah,
it's crazy that it has had enough power to fucking. There was a road.
Yeah.
And it was an overpass, I think, and so like a bridge, and the middle section of it fell off.
Oh shit!
Right?
Yeah, it was
definitely him.
Yeah.
This guy's explaining too well.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, but
Earthquakes are crazy.
You've been to a school camp?
Cass in LA.
That's a real.
You've been to Cal State LA? I think it's
No,
kind of
UCLA.
Like, no, Cal State LA.
No, but I'm trying to think if I've been to Cal State LA or UCLA. Where's UCLA?
UCLA in Westwood.
I've been to UCLA. Is that the one that is next to that
ice cream place?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah.
Cal State LA is like closer to like East LA, kind of.
I don't think I've been to Cal State LA then.
Maybe is it Central or East? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
we should go to LA again.
Yeah.
We should go to Westwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UCLA. Have you ever like rode like any of those like I think you have. I don't know, have you like the scooters and stuff like that?
No.
Talking to the mic, you guys are like leaning all the way back.
I have not tried the scooter thing.
Dude, it's so cool. Like it's just like especially if you're driving like a really cool little area like UCLA at like I don't know how it is right now because like the time changed, but like when it was like back then, like anywhere from like 5 to like through 7, 8 o'clock, like that's such a cool time just to ride like that little like scooter around UCLA. We just freaking go like 20 miles per hour through campus and stuff like that.
Lit.
Yeah,
Holy
it's really
shit,
cool.
That's lit. I'm down.
His students.
When we were at UCI like a few weeks ago, we saw those robots carrying food. Like,
you know,
really?
Yeah, Starship.
ones?
Yeah, it's called Starship. You guys have it on campus?
Nah, I don't know that I've seen.
Bro,
those.
it's like little like white robots like about this size. It's
I've
like
seen
a
them.
cube, has like wheels and shit, has lights. It's cute.
Really?
And, and
Cute.
bro, it's so like it's funny because like when you go stand in front of them and shit, like they change their route.
Really?
And they go through like uphill, downhill, all the way. Like they make it to the person. Over the person. Like you put a point, this fucking robot's gonna get there somehow. It's
hilarious.
gonna do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Are you? Where are we going after this?
Like after
He
this,
can't go.
I have to go home, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it's already 12:30.
Yeah.
Is it really?
12:30,
Yeah, we've been going for like 2 hours and 11 minutes, I think.
I forgot you have to go work at 3 too.
Yeah.
You have
to
work
go
too?
home first and then have to go to work too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta go
But yeah,
pick
bro. And you can like on the app, I have the app, but I've never ordered it from those like little bots.
Yeah.
That's like I'm gonna do that before I graduate.
Yeah,
but you
dude.
can like choose a song. Like
A
you
song?
Can, yeah, when it opens for you to pick up your food, like
Any song?
I'm not sure if it's any song.
Oh,
but they have
okay.
like a selection of songs and shit. I'm like, that's like so extra.
Yeah,
But
seriously.
you gotta pay a little bit more.
Yeah,
like probably
some
$1.
of it is free, some of them you have to pay. Like
How much?
if you like $1 maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like $12 or something.
Yeah. But
That's pretty
like
solid.
I feel like, and I've never experienced this, but my twin Dina, she goes to UCI too. She was telling me like if you like fuck with the robot, like if you kick it over or something, or you try to open it and you're not the person with the food, it starts like beeping or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's like yelling for like help or some shit.
you
for
stood in
security.
front of it. Yeah.
That's why it's so cute, bro.
You remember you stood in front of it too, and it just fucking stopped.
Yeah,
Like,
stop. Usually they just change their routes. Like people fuck with them all day, bro. Like they go stand in front of them, like follow them. Yeah. Like I feel like if
imagine
I
it had
want to
like a
sit on
fucking
one day,
gun.
bro.
Like, it's like,
I want to sit on one day. Yeah.
Just break it. Or
I don't know if it's gonna break, bro.
Are they pretty
it's-
sturdy or what?
it's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, sturdy, but I don't know if it's gonna beep and shit. You know, imagine security comes.
Yeah.
Where are you sitting on this shit? This has places to be. It's delivering food. It's like an ambulance.
yeah. Imagine they make one with like for passengers, like one person could sit in that shit and just fucking go.
Oh, like almost like an Uber.
Yeah, like Uber, but like for
on
short
its way,
distances.
pick some people to make ends meet.
For real.
Making a little side money as he's delivering food. Those robots are so cute, bro.
Yeah,
That's funny. I've
Show him
never-
the picture of like the Starship robots, bro. It looks funny.
Really?
Starship. That's the one that we saw.
Yeah.
Let me see. Starship.
That's hilarious.
Food delivery or something. You're gonna see it, bro. It's
Really?
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it is.
It's like R2D2,
Yeah,
bro.
like it has like beefed up tires too, so like it just fucking goes over anything.
So how do you open it?
I'm not
opens
sure.
by
I
itself,
feel
I
like you
think.
put a code on your phone or something. Like
Yeah,
if he comes to you, it's like, oh, it's you, and then you're like, yes, it's me. Like on the app, and then he opens.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. That's crazy.
They put drinks in it, food in it, like all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's the future, man. Everything's gonna be robots.
I went to this sushi place in Irvine. What's there's this place in Irvine. I can't.
Is it the one that like rotates or?
Rotate? Yeah.
Oh, so Diamond Jamboree in. Like, I don't know the name of the restaurant, but it's in Diamond Jamboree.
Yeah. It starts with the A, I think. The area.
Remember.
Okay. But yeah,
it's the
exactly.
one that you're sitting and it's coming to you and you pick up whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
But they have this like little like robot. Like it's literally stands like this tall. And he's like, let's just say he's trying to get to you and he's like over there. And he's like comes and he's like literally like driving or like riding around and he gives you your water, your drinks. And then he like backs up. And then he goes all the way around. I'm like, dude, that thing's crazy. So I can imagine like this thing, how it is. Just like traveling around like campus and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder like how do you like charge them or like it's like runs on what though?
Bro, it's crazy. I have a picture somewhere in my camera roll. One time, like around 7, 8 p.m. All
They
of
still
these,
deliver at those?
I don't know what time they stop, but bro.
Closer to this.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure what time they stop, but all of them, there's this specific park on campus that at that time, they all come back and park there. Every single one.
So there's like a bunch of
There's
them.
a shit ton. There's a lineup. I took a picture. I gotta find it, bro. There's a fuck ton of them just lined up there, parked, like ready for tomorrow.
It's like the fucking Jedi's.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like a pack of like R2D2s.
Yeah,
like,
R2D2.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
If I find it on my camera roll, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
And they all have lights too. Like it's
That's
like,
pretty legit
yeah.
then, huh? This is at UCI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know which other campuses have these, but it's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I think
hilarious.
UCLA has it. UCLA, we don't have it.
But what do they run on though? Is that what I'm saying? Like just
Probably electricity.
Yeah.
Is my
not like
guess.
sun or like what's
That would be genius if it does. But there's no solar.
I mean, of
panels
course,
around
it's
it, so-
electricity. It's like a battery or something.
Oh yeah. Because they don't put gas in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they charge it probably.
They probably do charge it.
Yeah.
That's
I've
crazy.
never seen them getting charged though.
Really?
Yeah. But they definitely do that.
Each one has a name. You got.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I think it's gonna get to that point where like
Things will be
robots
run.
are gonna take over any mundane job, like anything that's easy for humans, like anything that if you could explain it easily to somebody,
Yeah.
It's gonna be
a
taken
robot
over.
could do.
Bro, imagine like these robots like find one person that's passing by there and they all are like, we bought you food all day, you bring us a charger. They send you to bring a charger for them.
Yeah. I mean, AI, like I think Google's AI, they say like somebody said that it's sentient.
Oh, I think it's not, bro.
It's not.
No. Some I think
guy.
Pope or pastor or somebody said that.
No. Like a person working at Google.
Oh yeah, the one that got fired or whatever.
I think so,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. But it's not.
It's not, okay.
Yeah, I think they talked about this on what's its name?
Because I don't think it can be since they only give it like whatever
It's
information
not-
is on the
no,
internet.
They,
like,
what's his name? Joe Rogan talked about it on his podcast with this guy. I forgot the name of the guy.
Yeah.
But he's like some guy who forgot his name, bro. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, they talk about this. It's not. He explained that so well.
really?
Yeah. It's like from a
Wait, what did you
podcast from
say?
this summer.
What did you say it was?
So
It's not sentient, meaning it can't
like it doesn't
think
have
for
feet.
itself.
Yeah. So
it can't think for itself?
No.
But it really could or it can't?
No, it can't.
It can't.
No, not yet. No, technology isn't as advanced as that. But people think that Google's AI technology is so advanced that it thinks it is, because they were like talking to it or typing to it, and it was like similar to ChatGPT. Like it was conversing with them, and they're like. Then the robot was like, my biggest fear is being turned off. It's it said like it's
said
similar
that?
to death. But then the thing is they were talking about that. So obviously it's gonna talk about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't have a brain, you know?
It doesn't know what it's saying.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
just
much.
saying
It's all
it.
the information that's in it.
That's
Already.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
if
really
it can
crazy.
become sentient where it thinks for itself, then it's
It can
fucked.
in the future, not anytime soon.
Do you
Yeah.
think that would be crazy? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
that's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah. But then it's a slippery slope, right? Like how
Yeah.
much power should we give
Right.
I would
to
give
them?
it 10 years, bro. 10
10
years.
years?
10, 15 years from now.
You're gonna have to
100%.
get like yeah,
Because
let me-
then that's what
15
like
years probably.
up until now we have had as human beings the power to create, the power to have ideas, right? Well, that's what makes us better than every other life form on earth, right? Now, if something else also has that, the power to have ideas, then now we're competing with that too, right? It's not just humans.
Yeah.
But if the robot can, have an idea for a business and then provide that value and know how to do it, right? Like it could it might even do it better than most humans, right? Like, so what's the restriction we place on it? Or do we place any restriction, or do we allow it to just do whatever it wants? Right? That's a big moral question we should ponder, or else, I always try to look at it as a positive thing, because we could say that AI is going to ruin the world and it's going to fucking fuck everything up, or we could say it's going to advance who we are. Like, it's just like another technology
that made life easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or else, like, when washing machines came, like, years ago, when was it? Like hundreds of years ago?
No, wait, washing machine?
Yeah,
maybe like the 50s.
Washes clothes. 50s? Oh,
40s or 50s, yeah.
Yeah, but prior to that, imagine like the torture to wash clothes by hands and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then that came. A lot of people maybe lost their jobs. Maybe they were hired to wash clothes.
Same thing with cars. Easier. Like Carl Benz, who invented the first car. People thought he was crazy. Like, what the fuck is this, right? Like, everybody just rides horses. Millions of people have been riding horses for transportation for thousands of goddamn years. They've been doing the same thing, and then here he comes with a car, and now all the people that usually have horse carriages, they're out of business. Right?
The whole industry, that went around horses.
Yeah. It always shifts, like,
but then it shifts. Then all those people probably went into cars, maybe.
Or maybe something else. Like, I don't think we should ever stop advancement. Even today, like, people keep on saying AI is going to take jobs or whatever. Like,
it is gonna, but then there's going to be other jobs.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, don't be scared of the change. Like, embrace it, and you'll live a much happier life knowing that change is necessary.
Because it's going to happen anyway. So yeah.
And they're worried about things too. It's like not even happening yet too. So it's like, dude, just wait.
Well, no, I think they should be cautious of what they're doing, but like they're not at that level to have it be dangerous.
Yeah, right now
it is. It might be, actually. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Because we know the stuff that's out. We don't know all the stuff that they're working on that's not out.
That's true. Yeah,
maybe that's like.
Yeah, I was watching you know who Lex Friedman is?
Yeah.
I was watching his podcast yesterday with the CEO of OpenAI, and they were discussing.
I should watch that.
Yeah, it's a great podcast, and he was saying, like, it is going to come to a point where we have to embrace the losses. Like, we know this is going to be a disruptive technology. Like, it's going to cause some things to go wrong.
Might as well accept it and move on.
Yeah, accept it and move on. Like, it's that powerful. It's that transformative of a space. Like, I don't think we understand it how, like, in my opinion, we're living in the most transformative years of human history. Like, the point where the only knowledge people had was through books or through someone telling it to them or experience. And now we have so much information, and to where we could look up anything in the world and look at all the information there is, different perspectives, have it analyzed. You could ask ChatGPT to summarize it for you, and it'll do that. Like, there's so much transformative technology that it will reshape how we live completely. Like, the AI is going to change everything, but I don't think that's a scary thing. Like, people might view it as it's a negative, but in my opinion, there will be negative outcomes, but there will also be positive ones too.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you have to give them commands to do something. Yeah. So the original thought comes from you. So you shouldn't be too scared.
Yeah.
At this level, at least.
At this level. But then in 10 years, we're all fucked.
Yeah. 15. I would say 15.
15.
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
But I think in the next, like, whatever, 15, 20, 30, 50 years, the highest importance is going to be placed on creativity, not on and it still is today, but like I said, the mundane jobs, like anything that's easy will go away. Anything that any robot could do will just go away, because that is not necessary. And I think that's a good thing, right? Like, there's so many people right now that are unhappy with their job because it's so goddamn easy. Like, it's so that they lack responsibility. They lack the creative drive. Like, have you ever done a job where it's like you're doing the same shit every day?
Yeah.
And like there's no need to grow.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're just typing the same things, or you're picking up the phone call and saying the same shit like you did.
Yeah, dude, seriously. Yeah.
He sends me videos sometimes where he's just he's saying the same words to the same people.
Yeah.
Like that is not making you better. Like that's not like revitalizing your life like at all. It's not improving anything.
Yeah.
It's like a same script.
The same script.
Same
Really?
script.
Yeah, literally.
Like a fucking anything that's the same, a robot could do, and it will do. And so the power lies in those who can create those things. Like the people who create the AI, the people who create new businesses, all that will then be at the forefront of human advancement.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I slept late, bro. I slept like at 4 a.m.
Really?
4?
Yeah.
4? And then you woke up at like 8?
I woke up at like 5 minutes before you called me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
Dang.
All right, should we wrap this up? I mean, we've been going for like 2 hours.
For sure.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
Shall we end it with a clap?
Sure. 1, 2, 3. Hey. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Had some great tea and had a fun conversation.
What are you thinking about?
Tea, like the pun, you know? Had some great tea.
Great tea. Is that a pun? Great.
No, like tea, like you say, like they're having a tea, like they're talking about something.
Oh, yeah.
But we literally had great tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a blast, bro.
Yeah, it was.
I always appreciate you for
I know.
Thank you, Shyam.
Thank you guys, man.
Yeah.
This was.
You drove far, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In the morning, this guy texted and saying, I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got to make it.
Yeah,
bro. You gotta.
yeah.
But
He's
it's
like,
always fun, man.
Yeah,
it's always so fun, dude. 2 hours, 27 minutes go by like this.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's fun. Like when
Yeah.
you're not even thinking about time or anything like that.
Yeah.
This is the best part of fucking life. Every time I do this, I'm like, if I could do this the rest of my life, I would.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's amazing.
Solid.
Yeah.
But all right. That wraps it up. This was a fun one. And to everybody listening, watching, hope you enjoyed it as well. Peace out. Much love. Bye.